Three, two, one.
All right. Hey there, fanatics. It's me, your host, Kaiser Brown of the I'm a Fan of podcast. If you haven't caught on yet, that's what I'm calling all my listeners of this podcast, fanatics, because we're fans, right? I'm just here at the beginning of this episode to tell you that there will not be a segment today. Of course, there's not a segment today. You want to know why there's not a segment today? Because I've been really busy. I've been moving and I got stuff to unpack, and all my stuff for recording this podcast is not out yet. Okay. For this episode, there might be sound quality issues going on. That's because me and my sisters recorded on one microphone, and later on I might be able to fix them, I might not. So some things are going to sound louder than other things. Some things are going to sound like I added things in there. Some things are going to sound like I didn't do anything and it sounds kind of, a little bit, you know. But that's all just because we recorded on one microphone and I just needed to really just get this set up so we could do this episode. I was going to do a segment, and it was going to be about Dawn, the AI, going to therapy, because I think everyone should go to therapy, especially if you're Black in America. But, I decided not to do that for this episode because I got a lot of things going on. But since we don't have a scripted episode last week or this week, we will be having this fully scripted episode next week. That's going to be the 10th episode anniversary special, although it's technically the 11th episode. It's called High School High. So that's either coming out next week or the week after. Some episodes might be coming out slower, and it might turn into a bi-weekly podcast due to me trying to get everything set up and me doing a whole bunch of new ideas, including YouTube episodes, me moving into this new house and doing all these things. So we just gotta, go with the flow. The next episode after High School High will be a solo episode with just me explaining a whole bunch of stuff to you guys about the scheduling and what future episodes are going to come out and what guests I'm going to have. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And yeah, it's going to be my first solo episode. I might even answer some questions. I'll see. I might put a post up to where you can ask me some questions and then I'll answer them. It might be about the podcast. It might be about myself. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, the website is acting up a little bit, but I'm going to get to that. There's just a lot of things going on with the website, the YouTube channel, me doing all my socials. But we're just here to have fun. Also, for those of you who do not know, if you listen to this podcast, under each episode, I've now posted a link to where you could sign up to be a guest. If you want to be a guest of the IAFO Fans podcast, all you have to do is press that link under the episode, and it'll take you to a Google Forms document, and you just have to sign in and send it to me, and you can be a guest on a podcast. If you know anyone that wants to be on a podcast, just send them to that link. If you're someone that I know and you want to be on a podcast and you can't get in contact with me, do a Google Forms thing, and I will get to you immediately. I have tons of guests coming on. We're going to be talking about new and exciting things. Some guests are going to talk about music. Other guests are going to come on and talk about TV shows. Other guests are going to come on to talk about characters and comic books. And some guests might even want to talk about sports. We'll see. But I just want to say thank you guys for listening to this episode. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And I hope you enjoy. And if you don't have therapy yet, maybe get some. I don't mean it like that. But there is a stigma, especially for Black people, to not get therapy because we have this long history with, mental health and things of that nature. But if you feel that you need help, there's no shame in getting help because I think therapy is important. And literally, I always say every Black person in America needs therapy because we go through so much and we do so many things. But this isn't that type of episode for me to preach and tell you what to do. But I just want to say, have fun, listen to the episode, and use this as an opportunity as episodes begin to roll out a bit slower to listen to previous episodes that you may or may not have listened to, especially if they're episodes that you skipped or something. Go ahead and listen to those episodes and see if you're interested in. My favorite recommendations so far are I'm a Fan of Shoujo with Alyssa Vessel. That one really teaches you a lot if you've never been into anime or manga and you just want to even if you just want to learn more about it and you're still not interested in reading an anime or manga, still listen to that because it's a really fun episode and we really talk about a lot of stuff, and you're just learning more. That's the point of this podcast, to learn more. Also, I'm a fan of Abbott Elementary with my sister Kennedy McGee. Abbott Elementary is such a fun show, and if you haven't seen that, I would go and watch that if I were you. It is available on Hulu and it's available on Max, which used to be HBO Max, but we don't want to talk about that. HBO Max is not HBO Max anymore. It's Max. So you do you. And I just have a lot of new content coming out. For the YouTube channel, I have quite a few videos planned. There are going to be things talking about like a lot of random stuff that I'm into, and some of those will correlate, may or may not correlate with the podcast. The first episode is going to be an analysis on the Phoenix Wright video game. The first one. It's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. If you never heard of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, you will learn more about it when we get to that YouTube episode. And then new episodes are going to be rolling out, so on and so forth. I'll create a schedule and I'll figure out how I want that to go about. But I have a lot on my plate right now with this podcast, with the YouTube channel, with the website, with all the social media handles. If you know somebody that should follow on social media, go ahead and send them to my social media so I can get, more people to listen to podcasts, because I don't know. We need more fanatics to listen to this podcast. We need a whole family of different, diverse people talking about what they want to talk about, whatever that may be. And also, if you are someone who listens to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, I need you to do something for me. Leave a 5-star review and leave a comment under that 5-star review, because the more 5-star reviews that people leave, the more this podcast will be distributed with the algorithm on Apple Podcasts, so more people can see and listen to this podcast. I want as many people to listen as they can, and when you leave 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, that really helps a lot, because more people will be able to see and listen to it. So thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope you have fun, and I think I've talked just a little bit too much, because this episode, before me putting this in the beginning, was already an hour and 45 minutes long. See, that's the power of me not having to put out an episode every week, because each episode is like a movie. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope you enjoy I'm a Fan of My Siblings, and this is going to be a great time. Bye. Welcome to the I'm a Fan of podcast, where people from different fandoms come together to share why they love what they love,
and sometimes hate what they hate.
I'm your host, Kaiser Brown, and I'm a fan of... It's a random topic here, because I can't think of anything.
And I'm Kennedy, and I'm a fan of Smoothie King.
I'm Kitty, and I'm a fan of Chapters games. But today, we're going to be talking about what I'm a fan of. Our host, Kaiser, brought us here to pick his choice of something that may or may not somehow correlate with my previous pick of Bridgerton.
That's right, and we'll be doing just that. Are you ready?
Ready, Freddy.
All right. Today, we'll be talking about the end game with my siblings, Kennedy and Carrington. Let's get started. How are y'all today?
I'm good. How are you? Thirsty. Colorful.
Go ahead. How are you, sister?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm amazing. So this is what are y'all? This is y'all third episode in a row. This is your third episode in a row.
Yeah, because I'm...
It's not the third episode, but it's the third episode in a row. And today I brought you guys on here to talk about my pick, which is The End. Now, The End is a card game that you talk about emotional stuff with.
What you found is it?
But they have a therapist?
There's this YouTube channel called The Skin Deep. And so on a lot of their videos, they have this card game, which they created. And they bring on friends, couples, siblings, family members, whatever, to play this game. So how the game works is somebody pulls the card, they read the question, and we're going to go in a circle to answer the question.
Am I going first?
She's going first.
Oh, we're going oldest to youngest.
We're going oldest to youngest.
Why would you do that?
Because she's sitting on that side and you're sitting on that side. Although people cannot see which side you're sitting on, I can.
How about you drink your made-up tea?
It's okay.
So, do you want to know why I picked this subject?
I want to say
you like
you have
therapy.
no issues.
You like
I
therapy.
do like therapy. I love therapy so much. If I wasn't born in a different person, I would probably be a therapist.
You mean if you were born in a different person?
What did I say?
If
I
I
wasn't born in a different
No, I said if I was. And
No,
then
when you
No,
go
you
back
said-
and you're gonna finally realize that we caught you because you're like
You always saying-
you
that's not
don't
what you
say it.
said.
So yes, you
That's
caught your
what you
own self.
said. You
Remember
said
that
it.
when you listen, and don't edit it out.
Okay, I remember that. And if I'm right.
You have to buy though. If you wrong,
If I'm right.
you have to buy
If
me
I'm right.
$1.
I'm not buying you nothing.
We want crawfish and crabs and shrimp.
No, we don't. A crawfish is out of season.
I didn't say right now.
Oh. Okay, so that's why I don't know what you want to get into emotions. I don't know.
I have a therapist.
It's the
Okay,
end. It's to
why-
bring us together and be closer to our siblings. The episode is I'm a fan of my siblings because y'all have been helping me with my podcast in some
and
ways.
because we're the best friends of your entire life, we get it.
Y'all have been helping me with my podcast in some ways and just going on with this. And I always wanted to play this game, but I
How
don't,
long it's been out?
it's been out for a few years now.
Oh, I never heard of it.
And they have different versions. Right now, we have Reach It To Me.
Family edition.
The family edition. So I'm going to read the back of it, and then after we do that, I'm going to explain the rules, and then we'll go ahead, okay?
Okay.
So what is The And? The And is an Emmy Award-winning experience that explores...
Emmys for video games? I mean for games? I'm so
The And is an Emmy Award-winning experience that explores relationships by creating the space for honest communication and deep listening. The And facilitates an environment for vulnerability, more meaningful moments, and stronger understanding for one another by making challenging conversations easy and fun. This deck features 199 cards of thought-provoking prompts to get you conversing and connecting deeply. Lean into discomfort, discover something new, and explore your relationship, all by asking better questions.
Okay, before we play this, let me say something. I'm not good at this type of stuff. So if it's a question I don't really know the answer to, I would just say, I don't know. Or I
That's the
shut
rules.
down.
Don't shut down. We don't
It's
do this
not
at me.
purposely. That's what I'm working on in life. Okay? Just
When you
let
shut
that be
down,
forewarned.
take a few deep breaths. Try to think about why you shut down and all that stuff. We'll get into that.
Hey, read the rules.
One person picks the card. They ask the person to their right, but in this case, it's to your front, which is me. And we read the question, we answer the question, and we're going to go in the circle.
Okay.
If you want to pass, what we do is we take that card and we're going to replace it with a different card. Okay?
Simple. What
Simple
if I want
rules.
to pass all my
You
cards?
can't.
You can't do that.
Why would you want to pass?
I was just a question. It was just a question.
It was
Okay.
not just a question. It was a question with the meaning.
Wow. That's why your
That's
balls
deep.
gonna fall off the top of your head.
What
You
the-
know what you look like? Remember that show with the dinosaur? Be I'm the mama. That's
What?
the show dinosaurs and the pink little dinosaur.
That's that Jim Henson show.
Yes. Well, we should talk about Jim Henson one day.
All right, let's get started. Okay, sister,
I gotta pull her.
the other sister. I want you, the older sister, I should say, eldest. Why don't you pull the first card and see what we got?
Ma'am.
How do you define family differently than I do?
Me? Okay, keep it turned around so we can remember the question.
Because I'm.
How do I define family differently than you do? How do you define family? That's what I should ask first. Because we gotta know what.
definition.
Yeah, how do you define family?
We are family, like a giant tree, branching out to the sky. We are family, and it's so much more than just you and I. That's it.
Okay.
I don't know.
She defined
Let me
it to
define
us.
family. Family is I don't know.
Cause what's your definition of family?
Wait, I have to think.
Oh, just saying.
Family are your people, your backbone, your go-to, your strength, your loved ones, your home. That's what family is.
Yeah, I guess family to me are the people that you choose, and not the people
That you're born into.
That you're born into. Because there are some people with families that are just not the best families. They try their best. They're not always the best at what they do. And sometimes those situations are toxic. So I believe that the family is who you choose to be with. So anybody can be your family. You have to be the one to choose and decide who that is. It reminds me of that episode of Sex in the City. It was season 4, episode 26, 20. It was season 4 or something.
Season 4, Episode 1.
When they were talking about, I think it was season 4, they were talking about soulmates. And Carrie, it was her birthday. And she was all sad and stuff because she had a birthday party.
and nobody ended up showing up. And it made her sad because she was thinking about how she wasn't in a relationship and how she was all sad about that. And her friends were all like complaining or whatever. But then Charlotte was like, wait, guys, why don't we just be each other's soulmates? You know what I mean? And that was just realizing the power of friendship and found family. And I just found that to be such a nice episode. It's my favorite episode of Sex and the City. So good.
I never watched Sex in the City. I barely watched it because of that.
But I was just giving an example.
Yes, that was a great example.
What about you, sister?
Am I too loud?
You were too loud.
Oh,
it's too loud. Just talk.
My bad. Thought I had to project. I define family as, like you said, brother, people you choose, but also family is also like what you create in a sense, if that makes sense. If you decide maybe to get married or something and then you create your own family, or if you say, for instance, you branch off and create your own business, create your own brand, and then the people you work with, that becomes your family. Like people who support you, people you support, things of that nature. That's what I consider family.
How do you choose your family then?
How do you choose them? You have to be around them. You have to be around, in my opinion, like-minded people.
Your vibes have to match.
You have to be around like-minded people, or maybe if you have like a vision or something, for example, if you have a vision of something that you want to come to life, the people you go to share that vision, or the people you include in that vision, that's what I would say, technically choosing your family.
What do you mean by like-minded people?
People who think like you.
Who think like you? What do you mean?
People who think like you.
Do they have the same brain power? Because nobody thinks like anybody else.
Yeah, like people who think like you. Ideas, maybe you have the same
similar
ideas, similar thought process, similar outlook on life, things like that. But sometimes you could have people who don't think like you that could be your family too.
Yeah, I was about to say
somebody who may think completely opposite.
Yeah, I was about to say if somebody's different.
They provide balance.
Yeah, if it's different.
Family is also people who provide balance.
Yeah. I was going to say, because if somebody's different from you and opposite from you, would they not be considered family? But I think they
consider family. Sometimes just take you a while to...
Because me and Brandon are total opposites.
How so?
Because he's weird.
I don't think they're total opposite.
No, me and Brandon are total opposite. After being together for a while now, and we have different... We go about things differently. Sometimes we end up on the same page. Sometimes we don't. Not saying that it doesn't work out, that we're on separate pages, but it's just... We think differently.
You pulling 2 cards, Kaiser.
Well, that was a face.
You need to calm it down.
When was the last time I disappointed you, and how do you feel about it now?
What was the last time you disappointed me?
Yeah.
Lord. Question is that.
A deep one.
Oh, really? When was the last time you disappointed me, and how do you feel about it now? I don't know if you would disappoint me. I don't hold you to a high standard. Like, not in the real way,
you see me as I am.
Yeah, like, I don't hold you to, you was supposed to act like this, or I was supposed to this, or I'm like, I don't know last time you disappointed. You know when you disappointed me? Once a day.
What?
When you didn't tell me that Mama told us to go to the store. Or
She
that
said if we wanted
had
to.
the option to go to the store.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And
I'm
how
so
that
sorry.
make me feel about you?
How
I
did
said,
it?
Cousin, dumb. Why did you tell me? This
You in your room dancing around.
I have to have my praise station in the morning time.
To whoever.
I praise the Lord.
I don't know. Sometimes you be praising the Lord. Sometimes you be listening to Disney Channel. I don't know which one you listen to at a certain moment.
Who twerks
She
to
have a balance.
Disney?
Yeah, I have a balance.
Who doesn't twerk to Disney?
It's the real question.
That's the question.
I wasn't twerking. I just...
That's the twerk. Who gyrates to Disney?
Go ahead, sister. Sister.
When was the last time I disappointed you? And how do you feel about it? Where did you put the cards that we already used?
Put them on top of each other.
Ooh. Well, you don't answer the phone. I'm just kidding.
She was disappointed. No, isn't
No,
she?
they don't know.
She always calls the wrong time.
Cause I call, but they don't know. I know if she don't answer, she's busy. She always calls. She don't always call back. But I don't think you are disappointing me. Not that I don't hold y'all to high standards or whatever, but I know y'all human. So anytime y'all accomplish something, that makes me excited. It makes me happy, especially if you surpass something I did. So I don't really, y'all never disappointed me.
think.
I shake my head at y'all all the time. I said, these girls dumb. Why'd you do
Oh,
that?
I always call y'all. My
what
bad,
that
daddy gonna hear
is.
that. Why would y'all say that on there? We don't be
Dumb
It's my
ass
podcast.
I
What
know
they
what
gonna
I'm
do?
saying. It's not dumb. I'm just saying, dumb. For those of you listening, we don't mean dumb
Dumb
as
as
in
in
dummy
dumb.
and don't know anything.
We just say
that's
that
funny.
because
Fine.
who talks nicely to their siblings?
That mean he liked
Some
them, and you
people.
don't want your
Some
sibling to know you
people
like
do
them.
Every
Yeah.
sibling has a different type of
But we
relationship.
don't do that.
We have a different
Like,
type
we never had fist fight.
That's true.
Yes, we have me and Dog Baby.
Yeah, I had
Because we never had no fist fight.
You used to throw your fist at me sometimes.
No, I slapped you. It's a difference.
You used to punch me.
I didn't we never had a fight.
Kaiser was always doing something dumb.
I never did. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. What was I doing then? I
You
stayed home all day.
antagonized me.
I did nothing to stay home all day. You
didn't always stay home all day. We went to school. Come on now. That wasn't at home all day. Technically, at one point, you was at school more than you were at home.
I guess.
That's truth.
She says I used to antagonize her, but this girl used to come in my room just to mess with me for no
We
reason.
shared a room.
Before that.
When was the last time I disappointed you, and how do you feel about it now?
Oh, you got an answer to Kaiser?
Yeah, we doing the circle.
Oh, you
It's
sure?
a triangle.
Oh, then I go. Okay, got you. I got confused.
Golly, you gotta think it must be a lot of disappointed.
Let's see. Which one? Should I go with you or you?
Well, you asked me.
I can't think of anything, honestly.
Yes, you can. You know how people, when they say they can't think of something, they really can think of something, but they don't want to say it because you think you're going to hurt my feelings. But you're not going to hurt my feelings.
I'm not gonna hurt your feelings unless you take it personally.
I'm just saying, you want to go hurt my feelings.
I can't think of anything.
Sister. I'm trying to think it's Kaiser thinking.
When she married Brandon, that's it. That's just it.
I was happy.
I love this saying.
That's what I said about that. Yeah, I think I don't like Brandon. Brandon's okay.
We really think you don't like Brady.
At first, I didn't like him. If I'm being honest.
He played the
Yeah,
game. He was the only one.
That's the problem. See, I used to always feel that Brandon was trying to suck up to me, and that's
No.
Yeah,
look,
he
tried
was
to suck up
trying
to
to
dog
hard.
baby.
no, KK. You were getting. He was trying too hard, and I don't
sometimes.
like when people. I don't like when people try too hard. You just gotta be. You gotta be yourself. You gotta be yourself.
He cool.
Don't come up to me. And the first thing that ever annoyed me that he did was the first moment I met him. I walked out the house. I was 12 years old. Came out the house. He said, "You have some on your shirt." What?
What? I'm trying to think.
I was 12. We met him at different times. I didn't.
I
meet
know,
him
but
him.
that was like a real long gap, is what I'm saying.
He started coming over when you was 8.
Yeah,
No, he
that's what I'm
didn't.
like. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. I was
Yes.
12. I met him in 6th grade. When Dolly was 8, she was in 3rd grade.
And that's when I met Brandon.
I met him when I was
No,
in.
because no, you
Brandon
didn't.
was
I remember the day. I remember the day. I remember the
That
day
can't be
specifically.
possible
Because I was in 10th grade.
When you were in 10th
That was in
Can't but you were in
2010.
10th
When
grade.
you was 12, what year was it? 2011?
I graduated 2012.
2011.
Yeah, that's not right.
I was in 6th grade when I met him. I remember it very vividly. I remember the day
So
because
you
I was
don't remember nothing
because
prior to
because I
that?
went to, no, I remember.
I'm talking about him with
because I
Brandon.
never met him. I never met him for that because I was in 6th grade. I remember it was a Saturday because I had a very bad week. I always had bad weeks in 6th grade, first of all, and I was mad and I was upset because my friends were like messing with me or bullying me like some day prior or whatever. And so I remember vividly when he came and he said, "You have something on your shirt." And I looked down at my shirt, and then he put his finger and put it in front of my face and lifted my head up. And I said, "This kid is immature. I don't like him."
So
That's
when did
the-
you play the game with Brandon?
That was in 6th or 7th grade.
You think so?
He used to sit on the couch
'Cause
all
I had
the
a
time.
Nintendo.
I had
And it
Nintendo.
wasn't in the 6th or 7th grade.
Dolby, you got a Nintendo when you were in the
2nd grade.
No, you weren't. I was in the 4th grade. You were
Or
in the
3rd
3rd grade.
grade.
You were in the 3rd grade. We had the Nintendo for years before I met Brandon because that's when Pokemon Black and White came out. Pokemon Black and White came out in 2011, and that's when I was in the 6th grade.
I don't remember that. I feel like you
I
met him
remember-
earlier.
No, I didn't. I promise you.
He used to come to church with us.
I met him when I was 12 years old. That's as simple as that.
So maybe he was coming around and just never met Kaiser. I don't know.
No, I think y'all just because the one thing I remember very right are dates and times. Y'all know that to be true.
No, I know.
No, I'm just saying that sounds off because I had known for so long before.
Yeah,
then.
I didn't meet him till I was in 6th grade.
Okay, my time. I don't know if he disappointed me last.
Why we gotta do last? I mean, just can't say disappointment. God.
Oh, what's that? When was the last time? I'm sorry, there's a net in here. I'm trying to think.
Z-Boom. This is not a sponsorship.
Is
I say Z-Boom.
That's not right.
I say
That's what you just disappointed me.
Go ahead, sister.
Because you don't know how to pronounce your words. KK disappointed me last when she was in college and she was reading her history book and she was like reading it out loud. We both were sitting at the kitchen table and she was like, "You're something Ouachita, Louisiana."
What?
Ouachita, Louisiana. Like an event happened. And I was like, I don't know if I was doing work or eating dinner. I don't know what I was doing. And I was like, Ouachita. And I was like, Washita? She pronounced the word wrong. I was highly disappointed.
Just go.
So, like, that was terrible. What?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. Where was I supposed to pull from this card?
That's fine. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Well,
Anyway,
we
Doesn't
just don't
matter.
put
Just
them
pull from either
together.
one.
what's one thing I could do that would dramatically improve my life?
Take baths, can you say?
I take baths. I take showers.
What's one thing I could do that could dramatically improve my life? I know that was
Oh,
me.
okay.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the typical answer. You need to get closer to God.
Golly.
Girl,
I thought I was pretty close. Okay, go ahead, guys.
I think
I'm supposed to ask.
I'm gonna answer hers first.
Oh, wait.
You gotta keep reading the question.
I'm not. Are you supposed to answer the
Read 'em
KK?
No, I'm supposed to ask Kaiser.
and then
Oh,
I'll
she
answer.
answer you.
But
You
I'm gonna
answer.
do both. Go ahead, kick it. You do.
Well, oh, you got. Okay, go ahead. I got you. It makes sense.
Get closer to God.
That's it. You don't have nothing that you want your sister to improve on to make her life better.
I
She
think my
said-
sister. I think
No,
my
I
sister
mean
is great
that's not
already.
generic. Because she said I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
I'm
the
gonna pick
best
the.
advice.
She said I'm gonna pick the usual answer.
Cliche.
Maybe biased. I don't know. I think my sister is great already. I don't know what
That
to
doesn't mean
change.
she's not
She
great.
already have her head on her shoulder. She's way far.
Broken.
Oh, you see it? That's horrible.
I'm sorry.
I'm so come on. She's more far ahead than I was when I was 24.
She's 23.
23. Sorry, you're 24. Okay.
That's when you disappointed me last. You don't even know my age.
When I was 23, I was engaged and stuff, but
Thank God, I don't know. Yeah.
Guys, what would you be engaged to?
it just the flower. No, his iPad.
I'm just like,
Be okay.
But I feel like sister, she does like still to this point. Sometimes I don't know what I want to do in life, but I feel like she at least knows what she wants to
That's
do.
natural.
And but can you let me talk?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you
sorry.
let the girl
Go
talk?
ahead.
What the hell? They want me to
Yeah.
Always up to each other.
each other therapy advice.
Yeah, just go ahead.
But like I said, y'all were more. Y'all know I don't know.
No.
I'm just. I have so
Think
many
of it.
things I want to do, but I know I'm not going to do them.
Why not?
I have anxiety. I have fear. I have lots of.
Sleep that over yourself.
It's not. They say
Who is they?
that in
No.
order to get over something, you have to admit the truth. And I'm admitting the truth.
True.
Who is they?
Everyone.
Oh, like doctors and stuff?
Yes. In order, like if you're an alcoholic, if you admit that you're an alcoholic, that's the
I
first
smoke.
step.
So the
I
microphone
drank.
can pick me.
Oh, I'm
Supposed
sorry.
to stop, but I can't. Oh,
And so I'm admitting it. That's the truth. I have anxiety. I have social awkwardness. I'm not a people person. People always, oh, you have people. No, I'm just very nice. I'm very nice unless you like cross me.
The wrong way.
And then I have to be like, you play with my character, and now I got to show you. And I don't like to get like that because then I be losing myself.
Do you think you're a pushover?
And I always have a pushover.
Do you have good boundaries?
I have
No.
boundaries.
No,
you
she
have
don't.
good
I don't have
boundaries.
boundaries.
Do you
No.
express your boundaries to other people?
Oh.
I don't like to express myself to other people because they try to take advantage
No,
of
you express. That's why you have boundaries. Do you
Boundaries.
express your boundaries to
Listen,
other
the whole
people?
point-
You
Word
express
that
your
you just
boundaries to
said.
other people. The answer is no, obviously.
Yeah,
I need to read my boundaries book.
So me and my husband on Sunday, because we didn't have church at church, so me and Brandon had church at home, and he was the pastor, but he would fall asleep in his sermon. But we was talking about transitioning. And it was a lot of scriptures and stuff I pulled from it. I said, I need to follow these scriptures to help me in life, to transition to the next step so I can be better. Because people be looking at me, guys, and I don't understand why they be looking at me, and they look up to me and want to be like me,
Oh,
and I don't get
so
it.
you got to learn how to love your worth and yourself.
I really don't.
So what are you
I
doing?
have an issue with that. I don't even like
Are you
me.
reading affirmations and Bible verses to tell you who you
Affirmation,
are?
President statement.
Are you?
No, I let my child.
She telling you her
Or
answer
do
right
it.
now.
I just try to say, God made me for a purpose, and I'm here for a reason.
Hallelujah.
That's a good one.
You say
What
it,
are
but
we
do you
talking
believe
about?
it?
We're talking
What's
about
one thing I could do that would dramatically
Oh,
improve
yes.
my
But
life?
let me say this about Kaiser. Kaiser, I think one thing he can change is, drum roll, please do. I want him to go out more. Go out
Mm.
more.
I want to go out more too.
Yeah.
I feel don't be like me and be
Stay
scared to go. Cause
I'm not scared.
to
See,
go.
that's the thing. For this past year, my whole life, for a long time, I was scared to go out or whatever.
He traumatized.
Because you're not the only one that have anxiety. But
I
I
have
mean,
anxiety cute.
I don't know who don't struggle with that.
Yeah.
but I don't struggle with it as much as I used to because over this past year, that's when I started going to therapy and stuff because I went on therapy. But before I went to BetterHelp, I went to the counselor at school because all the anxiety and stuff and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I was like, I can't do this anymore. I got tired of like getting anxiety every time I went to talk to people. When I'm in big groups of people, I still get quiet. But I used to beat myself up about it a lot. And I didn't like beating myself up because I was just making myself feel so worthless and insecure. Ooh.
Under
And so-
the glow, there's a very bright light.
And so that's when I started. That's when I started getting to like therapy and just looking at what therapists saying, especially after reading that boundaries book and learning how to have boundaries.
Therapy is really good.
It's so good. And
I
then,
love my therapist.
your therapist a good therapist?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
great.
That's right.
She's really great, and
Yeah.
she's very helpful. And she be getting on me too. I need to actually schedule a session. I haven't had one all summer, and I need one ever since everything that happened and stuff. And then they had put me on anxiety medicine, but I've never taken it. But I need to talk to her because there's so much I need to say. Because I really have anxiety
How
about
do you
now
get,
being
like-
in this head coach position.
How do you
I'm
get when you were
scared.
anxious? What happens to your body and stuff?
I start shaking and stuff, and it'd be like my chest tightening up, and then I'd be thinking I'm about to die.
Yeah.
So I
I
just
hear
be
that.
like,
Mine's, I be like, is this like when I get anxious? I don't get anxious as much as I used to, but I always have to use the bathroom all the time,
that too.
all day, until I do what I have to do, and it just stays there. Yeah, and I be getting sick, and it's just not fun. It's not fun. So I said I'm gonna have to deal with this. I don't like this feeling no more. And yeah, that's when therapy and all that stuff, it helps. And me just saying my affirmations and just doing all that stuff. Okay, so should I say?
Yes.
Okay,
When would you die first?
Doll baby. I think she has a hard time focusing.
I do.
Oh yeah,
does
she
not
can't
fo-
multitask.
She cannot multitask.
You still
don't have-
multitasking right now.
You
Stop
know
putting
what?
your ear scratching my leg.
Look, it's not even the multitasking that's the problem. Not a problem. I don't want to say it's a problem because it's not a problem. But it's like she sometimes just doesn't focus. You talking to her, and then all of a sudden she doing something else, and you like I was just talking to you. I
Yeah.
was telling you something
Or
important.
she be talking about something and forget what she talking about in the middle of talking about it. And then she's like, what I was saying? Like, and then you have to tell her. And then she's like, oh yeah,
She
that's
has
right.
a bit of a one-track mind.
My brain be like, squirrel. That's how I was able to see that squirrel, that bird. I was supposed to be driving.
Probably would have hit a tree. Bro, don't just be out.
That's okay. People say about me all the time. I be like,
What you was saying?
cause just last quick second, I found what we was talking about.
KK,
Here's the question.
older sister, I think you just need to learn how to be kinder to yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to say all the negative stuff because the negative stuff in your head. But what I always say is once you have the thought, you have to pay attention to your thoughts. Once you hear that thought in your head, you take that thought and you change it to something else. And you got to start doing your affirmations and stuff. Well, I suggest that you start doing affirmations and stuff. You want me to send you some resources that I use?
I like to read.
Yeah, and just start saying,
Reading is fundamental.
start saying stuff out loud.
Stop slapping this tape
And
up.
even the negative thoughts, say those out loud, and then be like, oh, I thought that, say that out loud, that's what I do. I catch it and I change it.
That's what I said. I said my hair look a mess.
And then what'd you do?
Oh, that wasn't no negative. That's the truth.
Stop that.
And then you know what I said? Oh, I'll take it out later.
Oh, excuse me. I needed to put
Is
me
that
two
my
braids
problem?
right here after I wash my hair. Thank you.
Okay. So who's next? Pick it, it's your turn. Now.
Oh, it's my turn to read?
ASMR. Cause I'm like
Just pick the
ASMR.
top.
I love
I
ASMR.
can't stand ASMR.
What it say?
I don't like this question.
What it say?
What's something you don't want to ask me? What's something you don't want me to ask you?
Oh,
Oh,
what's something You don't want me to ask you if I know.
Oh, wait, that's the time. They have thanks to both
Well,
of
both of
you.
y'all, so if you have an answer first, I could.
I don't
You
know.
can pick a pumpkin, daddy, and donkey. Donkey died, daddy cried. You can pick a pumpkin.
Oh, it's you.
I'm trying to think. What's something I don't want you to ask me?
Yes. In some way, does this question go further? When they tell you that what they don't want you to ask them, do you ask them that question?
I
It
mean,
depends. You could. You don't have. You
No.
don't have to if you don't want to.
Lord, I'm trying to think for real.
I
mind
don't
getting
know.
asked
I don't
questions.
mind when my siblings ask me anything. I tell you anything I want to know. I don't care.
Don't ask me how much is in my bank account.
Don't ask me how much is in my bank account.
I never say what's in my bank account. Bank account what? But what?
That was an easy question.
You gotta ask
No.
Kaiser.
I
mean, Kaiser have to give an answer. Is what I'm trying to say. If you don't stop it, that's annoying me.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pause this.
You gotta go to the bathroom.
Really bad.
Come on.
Okay. Give an answer. KK go to use the restroom. I mean, Kaiser, give an answer.
I don't know. I gotta think. Let's come back.
It's gonna be.
All right. Don't ask me who I'm dating.
Who are you dating?
I'm not dating anyone, but don't ask. If I date somebody, don't ask. I'll tell you when I feel like,
I feel like it's just siblings. We can.
and I cannot have the right to say I'm not into it.
But me, I'm Snoopy, so I'm gonna find out anyway because I'm gonna.
Me, I don't care.
So you gonna
I'm like a
disrespect the
private
boundaries?
eye. Cause I have to do a background check,
You can do a background check after I tell you who I'm dating.
but that might be too long for me. You might tell us a whole month or two later.
Right.
In a month or two, they could plan to do something to you. I could find out.
You could plan to do something to me. What?
Don't you? I know if you. I know if you let. I just know.
He knows they gonna abduct him or not. He never been on a date.
I said the other day.
No, but
Oh, I was gonna say I know, but I could have been wrong.
Couldn't have seen it out. Sometimes he was talking about his art show.
Oh, let's get him.
okay, my turn. This says fill in your own question. I ain't got a question for y'all. Oh wait, but I do have a question. I asked Dog Baby earlier. I said if you could be a roommate with any superhero, who
Yeah.
would you choose to be a roommate?
Man,
Why?
I'm Chadwick Boseman.
So you would choose
Rest
Chadwick
in peace,
Boseman?
Chadwick Boseman.
I'm asking what superhero?
Him. He's my favorite
Why was he like? Why? What in particular
pretty
would
cool.
make you want to be a roommate with Black Panther?
because he's black. He's a pet.
That's a good statement because
Mhm.
he's black is a good one.
It sure is.
No, that's just
Well,
Mine would be Wonder Woman because she can help move my furniture.
ooh. But that's any superhero.
True,
Well,
but
not
Wonder
any.
Woman is pretty cool.
The Hulk could probably
And I
move so
feel
much
like
furniture.
I feel
but
like
has
Wonder
the Hulk
Woman is
moved the
clean, though.
move planets. He has not. Wonder Woman has.
I feel like Wonder Woman is clean. She takes very good
She
care of
is.
her hygiene.
Feel like she does that too.
Oh yeah, I
So,
need somebody
she's
to
so-
take care of hygiene. But I feel like Chadwick Boseman took care of his hygiene
Yeah.
as Black Panther too.
So what's next?
I'll be, of course, Batman. I said Batman. We all know Wonder Woman's my favorite, but it'll be Batman
Why?
because he's rich, and so
Oh, he could pay for the apartment. He could
the
just
apartment.
rent
I'm living in a
the house.
mansion. He owns a mansion. There's no
They
need
can
for
live
us
on
to.
separate parts of the house.
Yes,
I could.
if I don't want to talk to him, I'd be like, go somewhere
I'm going
else.
to the other side,
I'm going to the other side.
which is like a whole nother house.
Alfred, bring me some tea. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Bruce, you know where to find me. All right, sister, go ahead.
What's a lesson our family could learn together?
I got an answer.
I don't know. Give an answer. I don't know.
So, what?
She
I
don't know.
said I don't know. Give your answer.
Go
I
ahead.
get
Yeah.
to stop being so overprotective.
Oh.
Everybody overprotective.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
The only person that's not overprotective is Kaiser.
I'm not overprotected. You are the sword.
Yeah. I know how to stand back and just let you do your thing.
Excuse me. That is
Stop
not
being
You can be
overprotective.
you can be
Because
overprotective.
sometimes if you overprotective, it becomes overbearing. It
Mhm.
make you can't do nothing. You can't say
Yeah.
nothing. You can't do
Yeah.
your full self.
If somebody overprotective over you, you just be like, you,
You
know what?
Black people need to stop yelling all the time, is what I would say.
Boo, we all.
I be yelling.
Black parents know how to fuss, and then they be fussing, and then they be wanting you to tell stuff, but it's no, because you're just going to fuss
Okay.
at me.
Mhm.
And if I try to say something, I'm just going to get
That
fussed
is
at more.
such a thing he's saying. Black parents know how to fuss. They sure do. They know how to fuss. If they don't know how to do that, they know how to fuss.
They go
Mhm.
for us.
They go
And
fuss
then
at you.
they fuss at you, and then when you try to bring it up, they try to find some way as to justify why they
Deviate
did it.
it.
I'm like,
What?
"Girl,
They don't apologize.
You'll be like, oh, you hungry? Yes, hungry for an apology. Okay. How I feel, how my stomach feel, and it's not any of your concern. You should apologize. Black parents don't apologize.
Our parents definitely apologize, but I know a lot of black parents that don't.
Maybe it's just me personally, but stop making me feel guilty for my choices.
And that's not even necessarily something that I think black parents do on purpose. I just think that they do it out of fear of things that happened in the past and seeing what happens to other black people like throughout the country and the world.
That's another reason why I'm like, I have anxiety and stuff, because there's a lot of
Me
stuff
too.
in my life that I be wanting to do or have a desire to do, but it
you
just
scared
be
of how
like,
people don't think.
Yeah.
yeah,
like
and
that
it make
too.
me,
Me
and
too.
it kinda, it bothers me because it's like, I can't even do what I want to. And then it's always, oh, you're not supposed to, you need to be doing for yourself. Be focused on God, and you don't need to be doing this for us or whatever, but it's okay. But when I am trying to do it for myself,
The problem.
it's, yeah, so it's, and that's what another reason why I just be like,
Opinionated. That's
Yeah.
when he start being so opinionated. Yeah. Oh, I would do that. You not me. And I'm not
and then I can't
Right.
say that.
Black people in general, even adults, can't even like talk back to their parents, or like say something to their parents without getting their mouth popped.
And then
I
I
can't
don't
say
mean
it
this
either.
in a bad way.
You know how
I
much
feel
I'm
like
careful.
I feel like she gets more leeway to say stuff.
She does. I tell her that all the time.
I'm like, if Kaiser can't get fussed at because of X, Y, and Z, I'm just gonna not do it.
That's the thing. I see them do that to y'all or whatever, and I don't do nothing half the time. You know what black parents do specifically?
What they do?
When they yell at you, they tell you not to talk back, so you don't talk back. But then they yell at you for not saying anything.
But when you grow up and you like get into adulthood and you like go on your job or something like that, or somebody come and yell at you, and they be thinking, or you go tell your parents, you be like, why you ain't say nothing? But really, you raised me like that. You get raised to shut down. You get quiet. You don't know how to express your emotions, or you can't even understand your emotions. Like you don't understand what you're feeling, or you start feeling bad for how you feeling. Because I do that. Because sometimes I be feeling emotional, but I be like, dang, I should feel like that. I shouldn't feel guilty. I feel guilty because I feel like that. But in reality, it's because you say, don't talk back, don't say nothing, just listen. So you just don't express yourself, and that could lead to like your adulthood in any relationship or friendship, or like I said, your career, anything.
There's so
And
many.
people be trying to figure out what's wrong with you, but in reality, that be it.
There's so many black kids I know that go through that. I said I had enough. So even if I don't say nothing and I have my emotions,
Write it in my
I
journal.
write it in my journal for real. I do. And I'm like, I'm not holding down nothing no more because I held down stuff for too long to the point where I just had enough. And it's either I'm gonna blast on you or I'm not gonna.
Ooh, I'm a blast on you. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
blast
this
on you
baby.
or something crazy gonna happen. And
Just
so
talk to myself.
yeah. And so I just talk to myself and I just write in my journal and I'm just like, you know what? And I express my feelings more now because I can't do that. Even if you get mad at me, I have to realize your feelings are not my responsibility.
Right. Somebody said that.
And it's hard.
Was that you?
Yeah, I did say that. I said that so many
Earlier.
times.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Your
before.
feelings are my responsibility.
That might was you. That's for black people, period.
Next, what are you going to take away from this conversation?
What can I get from this conversation? I wish we would talk about this stuff more.
What can I gain from the conversation? We all be feeling the same. We just don't ever say it.
If you could add one person to our family, who would it be and why?
T-Tam.
Why?
I just love her energy and her vibe, and I feel like I'll hang out with a whole lot with her person. And those of you who don't know T-Tam, Tabitha Brown.
I would add, it has to be somebody that I like. Because the thing, well, I like all people, but what I mean by that is it has to be somebody I can
Be around.
vibe with and be around. I don't know why Michael B. Jordan come in my head because I feel like I'd be annoyed by him. I like him, but I feel like, I don't know, like, what if he's like annoying in real life?
I feel like he.
Nah,
He's
Mhm.
still.
He seemed like that type of person.
I guess Michael B. Jordan. I don't know. I don't know nothing about him.
I didn't think about nobody famous. I instantly thought about my boyfriend Traylon.
Ew. Okay, the
They're
love.
really
I mean,
important.
the
Well,
incest.
technically, no, not like that, Kaiser. That's nasty.
You think technically already a part of the family.
Technically,
I'm not
If
could be
I
Jordan's
think-
not my boyfriend, so that's why I just thought you meant.
Michael Jordan could be a cousin,
Yeah, that's
a
what I
brother,
thought. That's why I was like,
uncle.
go ahead, say why it's your boyfriend.
Because I want him to be in my life forever. And we can vibe together. We have nice times together. And I feel like I could be around him.
Unless he's annoying me. Unless he's annoying me.
Like it's old.
When he do
It
annoy
does.
me,
Where they like
I-
once you get like y'all only with a year in or something.
a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting close to that time. You like, oh my gosh, why you call me
Hey.
again? I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
This-
I do that sometimes. He did sometimes too.
Already.
You do
don't
get
got something else
annoyed.
to do.
Or sometimes you just tell him, I need some personal space.
I need some me time. Kiki don't do that.
Now I just go close up in my room.
See, that's the problem. But yeah,
He
actual
gets
personal
it.
space. People be annoying. I know.
Maybe a dog.
Everybody has annoying.
Rabbit.
Let's
Everybody,
get a rabbit.
everybody has annoying and toxic traits. Every single person.
Yeah. I think my annoying and toxic trait from what I'm learning is that I ask why. A lot.
Wow.
Tell me to do something, I be like, why?
Cause I said I need to do my hair. Why?
A trait that people do.
I just need you to do 2 braids right here, and I'm gonna twist the wrist of it
I
for the whole rest of it. So
think that a lot of people have
come along.
that annoys me is they be too loud when they
You
talk.
need to take it, though?
Yeah.
When people get loud, I don't know.
Again.
Get loud, and I'll be like, "Why are you yelling at me?"
Especially when I get excited about something
What's
or
the trait?
something funny. Oh,
It's a trait that annoys you, sis.
People ask the same questions over and 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 over again.
oh wait, I didn't say nothing that annoyed me. I said what I do to annoy
Yeah.
people.
Okay. What do you do to annoy people, or
What
that,
do
that
I
you
do
find?
to annoy? People think I'm annoying because they might say something about me, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I don't see that. Oh, you look beautiful. No, I don't. I know you see this big stupid stomach hanging over my thigh. What is?
Girl, what?
I'm not saying it
Over her
like
thigh.
that, but it was. My brother keep thinking.
Some information.
What do you
Annoying
do,
trait I
Kaiser?
have. I said this before. Can be very self-righteous. I think
Yes,
Mm.
extremely. It's quite annoying.
there's a
But
difference
hey,
between
cool.
what I mean by self-righteous and what you mean by self-righteous.
Oh, what you mean?
When I mean by self-righteous, sometimes I'll be like, I know what the problem is. This is what you need to do to fix it.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh.
Go ahead.
I sometimes think you're selfish because
It's selfish.
you know what I'm saying. That's not self-righteous, is it?
Go ahead.
Because if you feel like you don't want to do something, or if you feel like whatever, you ain't gonna do it.
That's
That's
true.
so big.
He
That's
did it to me
selfish.
today.
What I do to you today?
You told me about that store. You did tell me about the store because somebody can't like going. You could have just said,
I didn't say I didn't feel like. I said
"I'm going today."
I said I was gonna tell you after we filmed the podcast because Mama said if it either rains, if we film the podcast, or if we have something else to do, then you don't have to go. And so I just didn't tell you until I was like, I'm gonna tell her.
You should have told me. It's the point.
I was gonna tell you,
Anywho,
but you're right. But that's also not true because I do tons of stuff that I don't want to do.
You're selfless.
What?
you're so-
What? She said you selfless. Was there another thing to add?
no, I'm saying you're selfless.
I don't know
Period.
what we talking about anymore.
We're talking about annoying traits.
Traits. That's my annoying trait. I already know it.
Before we get to annoying
We
traits,
just started talking.
I thought we was
This
talking
is-
about the person in the family.
We're going through a natural
Mhm.
conversation.
Oh, okay. Say that.
Yeah.
bitch. I that cool.
Are you bored with the conversation already?
Oh, you know
Yeah.
this is my nap time. I'm sorry. You know I take naps now that I'm on summer break.
What's one thing I can do to show you more love?
He's
Creeping
first.
me out. You like the Joker. Read this again. You can buy me a pony.
Girl, please.
I don't get you a My Little Pony. I don't know. I don't like a lot of attention. I don't like people do stuff for me, so you don't have to do anything. I know that you love me.
Ooh,
That's a great
you doing my part. I ain't doing jack.
Or you can ask me to fall if I trip and fall. Because I'm very close.
Why?
Do you know I did another brew that I don't know? I got one too. Look at my knee. Look,
I have a
brew.
brew.
Okay, but that's it. I don't like attention and all that stuff. Oh, I want to buy it. You don't have to do it. Because if I really want something, I can get it myself. So-
Well,
and you don't have
say
to.
something
You don't have to
about
keep.
nothing.
I love you. You don't have to do that type of stuff. I don't know what else people do to show they love people. Just
Some people need that.
just me.
Reassuring.
I just need you to be genuine with me.
Yeah, I like when people genuine. For me, appreciate my input more
Are they telling me that to me or KK?
Both of y'all.
Oh,
Appreciate
okay.
my input because especially growing up, when I had an opinion about something, both of y'all would gang up on me and tell me why all my opinions were wrong, even if it was opinionated. You would tell me, no, that's not true. That's not right. And I'm like, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. So just appreciate my opinions more and appreciate my input because that's why a lot of times I don't have opinions anymore. Inputs most of the time when I'm asking people, when people ask me stuff. Because for the longest time of my life, whether it's from my siblings or other people, every time I have an opinion, they'll basically just tell me to shut up.
Oh, you must have a traumatic life. Because every
Everybody
time we
has
ask a
trauma.
question, you have a story to back it up.
I do have a story. It's because everybody has a story to back things
need
up.
to-
I just looked at all my story in my life and decided to focus on it.
This,
We can tell.
I don't know.
Look
My
like
first-
you think. You have all the space you want. Nobody even bother you.
No.
Nobody
Do
even
we
bother.
bother you?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I just come here and bother me. I be thinking about something else. Y'all come and talking. You gotta give me a chance
It's the same for
to
me.
figure out what you're saying. From my phone, scrolling on TikTok,
Yeah.
and you come in and you start talking. I just be like, huh? Wait, what? Because I need my me time.
How she gonna have me time if she has a tray?
Should be the
Oh, that net is on
sometimes he be on the phone and I be forgetting. I just be there. La, 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 la.
work on yourself. What do you think? I don't want to ask this. Pass.
Who was it?
What do you think I take for granted and why?
These questions don't even apply to me.
What do I
What-
think you
how
take for
not-
granted? What do I think you take for granted and why?
I feel like I don't have something to say, so let Kaiser go first, and then you.
That's the thing you say. That's why I asked her. She had something to say.
Our support.
She did just say that, didn't she?
That's what I said. It. Oh, do I have to ever read?
It says and why. And why.
Oh, well, I just took what you said.
What?
Why?
I think you should
Wait,
just
what
be.
did I don't remember?
You say you don't like when people do nice stuff for you or whatever. It's just-
So
Is
I
that
just
taking
took
it for granted?
not well.
Sometimes-
Yeah,
Yes,
sometimes.
sometimes it is.
But I think you just you have to learn how to accept certain things. Sometimes, like if somebody doing something nice to you, you just learn how to accept it.
Accept it, yeah.
Sometimes.
Don't always. It's nice being a giver, but sometimes you have to be a receiver. You know when to receive.
Be
Yes,
just
sometimes you
giving and not receiving isn't gonna do
It's
anything for
gonna
you.
run you dry.
It's gonna run you dry. It's just gonna make you feel like you have nothing to give. And I'm always giving to people. I'm always doing this for people. I'm always doing this for people. Nobody's doing anything for me, and it causes resentment. I don't want you to be resentful.
Especially not toward us. But
You can if you want to. Just tell me.
Towards anybody, let it be a stranger.
If you want to be resentful, go ahead. But just tell me that you're resentful and we can fix it.
But
That's my thing.
Kaiser, what do you think? Oh, no, Kate supposed to ask you. Ask Kaiser.
Send me. Just tell me.
Oh, we supposed to say, what do we think you take for granted?
What do you think I take for granted?
Me. Because I'm the best to hear
Girl.
about.
Let me think.
I don't know. I don't think you take anything from
Me either. Let me.
I think I appreciate everything. It's-
No, that ain't
me.
it.
You just don't think you take
I'm
it.
trying to think. I'm trying to think from my perspective. Lord.
Usually I'm
These
just like
questions
this.
are hard.
They are hard.
Like,
I know, I'm trying to think.
It's-
I like thinking.
You take for granted.
spaghetti.
yeah, I do. Can't stand.
No. Who can stand spaghetti?
I can't stand how
Oh my
often we
God,
eat
I
it.
know some
Love
today.
Like, it's too much spaghetti.
What do you think I take? I think you take for granted all that I do for you.
Why so, sis?
I buy you food. I support your podcast. I
Uh-huh.
don't have to do these things,
Uh-huh.
but I do it because I love you and I
Yeah.
know
Okay,
you need
okay,
me.
so what can I do to take you less for
A
granted?
simple thank you. would
A
do.
simple thing. We'll do shit.
Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
Even though I said
That makes you feel
that's
better?
fine.
Yeah. What y'all think I take for granted?
Girl, she's spoiled. So
She's spoiled.
she's spoiled.
The privilege went out the window a long time ago.
I said it's privileged.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
said
know.
it's me.
But you, what do I take for granted? Then I'm spoiled.
Yeah,
I don't think me being spoiled.
you're
I don't be spoiled. by anything.
spoiled. I be like, I want people to spoil me. Shoot.
My
I'm
food spoils
spoiled.
me.
I just told
Everybody,
Like who?
Trey,
everybody.
Trey, Mama, Daddy, me,
Me.
Kaiser,
How y'all spoil me?
grandparent, aunts and uncles.
How do y'all spoil me? Example, please.
One day I was sick. This was like a couple months ago. I was sick. And I was at home and sister, can you bring me something to eat?
Mhm.
I was sick.
I was sick too. I had no other way. Dad took my car.
I was sicker than her. I had been sick longer than her. And then she was up there, go ask me to bring some food. I had to get out of my house and get
I
in the
actually
car.
saved her.
And then I had to get her some food.
Every time I was at work and she
from
asked me to
from Brandon's
every
conversation.
time I was at work,
No, this was before that. This was like before when I first had got sick.
every time I'm
So
at work and she asked me to get her stuff, how many she asked me to get her drinks
every
and stuff
day.
too, but she would actually get a lot of pastries, and I'm sitting here paying for these pastries.
I
I
thought
only
it
get
was free.
25% off. I had some past ones too. We're not gonna go on to it, but the time I got Nintendo DS for my birthday, and she cried and won the whole time we were in Walmart, so Mama got her Nintendo DS too
Yeah,
for my
because that's
birthday.
from Mama, so I don't see how that affects you.
Spoil. You
Mama got it
spoiled.
for me.
It
Shout out to
affected
my-
me because it was I feel like it was my day, and you kept
It was your
reminding me
day,
of
and
my
we
day.
celebrated it.
With her.
Right.
Did
Sit
somebody
down
play
for-
games with?
He had to have somebody
But she
play
would
games
hardly
with.
ever play games with me though.
Because you also want to play. I like to play the racing games. Fun.
We played Mario Kart all the time.
Because that was the only one I was good at.
and it's the only one you still lost at.
Doesn't
So
matter.
The point of the matter is, I'm great.
and
Yeah.
spoil. You are great.
Privilege.
Next, is it my turn? Or is it?
Who just pulled that card? Was it me?
I pulled their card.
Oh, okay, it's your turn, Kaiser.
If you could change one thing about the way you were raised, what would it be and why?
Didn't we answer this?
What were they all say?
Just let me speak up and be more emotional sometimes, and I feel like I have to hot stuff.
Okay, that's a good one.
One way I would let me do more stuff, explore more, not be out in the streets,
Yeah,
but just be able to explore.
like
more
college.
things.
I was in college for 4.5 years. What was it?
I didn't keep count.
I changed my major, so that's why I stayed like an extra semester too. And like I didn't do nothing,
Me either.
and I was
I
just
ended up getting a job. What's
Yeah.
wrong with me?
and I was like, college students have
I'm
jobs,
there.
but then they have lives too. That's the thing.
I didn't have a
I didn't
life.
have a
Once
life. Still.
this what happened in college. In 2019, I started getting a little more free and into the college experience, like joining organizations and stuff. And I started having fun. And then COVID happened, and then I got a job. But then I realized, oh wait, I was praying for that. So the Lord gave me a job, which I am so grateful for. Lord, I am not complaining about that. I'm just saying that I feel like my life had went on hold when it came down to that.
I feel like I wasn't good enough to go have fun. I feel like I was too. See, I feel like when
I
I
feel
was
like I was too boring.
when I was me too. I used to feel that way. But when I was younger, I always feel like I was so like mature or whatever.
And we were so childish.
No, yeah, in a way, but like in certain aspects of my life, I was a bit more mature than other kids or whatever. And so I feel like now I'm aging backwards.
Dang it, Kaiser.
Not
Benjamin, but
in a bad way. It's just like now that I'm in my 20s or whatever, I'm just like, I
now you
haven't
want
done
to be
nothing. And I'm,
free to do
and-
what you want.
yeah.
That's what mine
Yeah.
would be. Let me explore more.
What about you, sister?
I didn't do anything in college. All my friends would go out and do stuff or
I didn't
have
have
fun.
I had a
And-
friend, then she left me.
I'm saying my
But y'all
friends,
still
because
friends.
we all pretty much went to the same school. We just followed each other. Not necessarily I would want to. Because one time we were going out to eat and
We as in you and your friend.
yeah.
Okay.
And I had on a dress and I had some stockings. What kind of dress was it? Is the question.
I have nothing
It was
against
like
that.
it was like one of my
But
like one of those black dresses I used to have. Not like a. It was like
it was
it's the one I
formal.
still have. It was a formal, not a formal dress, but it's like
Just
the
a
one I still
regular
have. With the,
dress.
my shoulder stuff was out. The one I'm for
You
homecoming
put
time.
stockings on.
And I had stockings on because I was
Yeah,
wearing
her shoulder
heels.
was out. Now
And it was like they laughed at me, but it was like that's what I know to do.
Baby.
But me, I think more. I'm not really. I don't know a lot of stuff. Not until I had got with Brandon and stuff, I started knowing different things and how to work. Cause it's
Same.
like I had been
we so sheltered.
shielded.
Same. That's
Yeah.
so true.
And so
I
it
think I
just
was
be
like
like,
to be a people pleaser.
I think I'm a people pleaser.
I think I was raised to be a people pleaser too, but I don't people please anymore that much.
I still do.
Like no.
Me and no don't get along.
Me
I
and
mean,
no,
I
I
tell
love that
y'all
word.
no,
I
but
love that word.
it just
so much.
depends.
That's my favorite word.
I'd be like,
And yes and no
nah.
are my favorite words. They are
If
equal.
mom and dad ask me to do something, I'm doing it.
See, no, let me not say that because I do tons of stuff that mom and dad ask me to do, especially
like-
mama. Because mama asked me to do housework and stuff.
Oh,
I do all the housework and stuff because I like doing housework.
nothing wrong.
I'm an inside kid. When daddy asked me to do outside work, I be looking at him like he crazy.
Yes, then it all falls on me. And I'm like, I wish Kaiser was out here to help me.
But
But
there's
I
not.
know he's
But
gonna be outside because
sometimes you and Daddy just come up with these crazy schemes, or you just join down his crazy scheme, and he don't tell me nothing about it. And all of a sudden, I'm like, "What are y'all doing?" There were tons of times I would come home from work, and I'm just like,
take a look at you. Stop sitting down. Problemo solved.
"We
You
never gonna
know
finish
this
this
right
episode."
here? This right here, I just realized matched that couch to the T.
We never. So she left everybody, but when you and Daddy be having like your little schemes or whatever,
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, "What? No."
Yeah.
Because he feel like you said, I'm like, "Yes, I said no. What are you talking about?"
You're like, I said no.
I decided to stop pleasing people because if I keep pleasing people, then I'm not
You're
giving
gonna
none to my.
please yourself.
Yeah, how long? The only way you can help other people is if you help yourself
Mm.
first, and it's the truth. It's the
'Cause
only-
sometimes I be drained, y'all. Mentally drained. Then I still be like, yeah, I help, I'll do it. They blah. But then sometimes I just run away and go about my room.
Let's do another one since you know.
Sleep. Okay. What's the hardest thing about our relationship? The hardest thing?
The hardest?
It's guilt towards siblings?
Yeah, it's guilt towards family.
Family.
Mhm. I
Family
don't know.
dinner.
What you think is the hardest thing about a relationship?
This
It's
game.
hard. I just think communication sometimes.
Communication,
We be-
yeah. Because we be arguing, we go at it sometimes.
Not as much, not as
Not
much
as
now.
much, yeah. As we got older, it's
Mhm.
been as much. But when we were younger, we were arguing all the time. I think
I
it's
think
just because
sometimes when we argue now, we try to prove a point.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, I'm tired
be
of trying to
kinda
prove a
funny, though.
point. And so it'd be funny sometimes. But sometimes I'm tired of trying to prove a point with you. And so sometimes I just be like, I'm so calm, but like,
then eventually I just don't respond. So I stopped caring. I just like,
see, and that'd be my problem. That's the hardest thing because you stop caring. Because I feel like you stop caring because you always trying to make to. I'm not gonna say you always try. Feels like sometimes you always try. Cause I sound like I'm saying you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you, but it feels like sometimes you always try to be like I'm right, and like when you have your stance and you feel like you're right, and I'm like here are the facts and here's you might
yeah,
be
'cause you
wrong,
should be wrong.
and then
I agree.
See,
see
I do that sometimes.
you did it.
First place to tell me that.
Mhm.
Or you're not the only person. It was the first person.
You be so
That's the
stuck,
person.
and I'd be like, girl, if you don't get stuck out of that mindset.
Child. Ooh, child.
Just like that lady said in the Bears video, I said,
Oh, wait. Oh, what we was just watching? Talking about accountability for your own. What she said?
she said, hold yourself, having accountability for your
Your
own
own
actions and
actions.
stop blaming people. Stop always
Learn
trying
to
to be right
forgive.
and learn to forgive
And dying to
unconditionally.
your ego.
Dying to your ego.
That's what it was.
And
Yeah.
that's a part of the ego too. Because I do it sometimes too.
Pride.
You're right.
Your pride. It
But
definitely get the best of you.
over this time, I've learned to just, for the most part, I'm growing to just get rid of my ego. Because I feel like anything, I can make any mistake and I can do anything. That's why I never say never. Because when you say never, that's the time it will happen
Yeah,
to you.
they say never say what you won't do or never say
Because it
yeah.
always
Because you
happens.
never know when you're gonna be in that situation.
I feel like when people say never, that's when that's when God or the universe or both be like, oh, you said never? Okay, let's test you right here. And then that's what happens. What's not?
the hardest thing about our relationship, you have a smart mouth.
And
And sometimes I be want to slap you.
that's the same. That's what we're like. You have a
I
smart
have
mouth
mouth
too.
too.
That's the
But
thing.
that's probably why we clash
uh-huh.
because you just imagine somebody. You just imagine you talk to somebody and then they making a smart statement to you and you make it back. Sometimes you'll be making, like, not you, but I'm saying you as in people in general. Like, you'll make a smart statement and you don't realize it. I'll be like, oh, this such. Don't even
Some-
realize.
See, but then sometimes I get confused on what people mean as smart statements. Because I feel like when people say smart statements, they mean like sarcasm or something.
Sarcasm is different
Sarcasm. What do you
from
mean
having
by
like a
smart?
flip mouth.
Flip mouth. See, but that's the thing. I'm like, what is flip and what is
Because
not?
I guess really you can say what's flip and what's not is based on how the other person take it. Because you could say something. I could say, oh yeah, the grass needs to be cut. And you can interpret it as me being flip saying that you don't cut the grass and you don't do nothing. No, I'm just saying the grass needs to be cut. I'm just thinking the obvious.
Yeah.
And most times that's what people think is sarcasm or being flip at the mouth is when you state the obvious.
Yeah, when you
Mm.
say the truth. I'm just gonna tell you the truth because I was thinking about this yesterday. When you try to, not when you try to, but sometimes when you tell me what to do, I be like, why should you try to tell me what to do?
And I don't know
And
why
then,
no
then,
did I do that.
and then sometimes I bring it up and then sometimes I don't. Like yesterday, you was trying to tell me, you was like, put that over there. And I was like, that's where I was gonna put it. But now that she's telling me what to do, now I feel like I want to tell her what to do.
You could just put it right there. Cause I be
just
trying
be
to
like-
give direction, but I don't be
Yeah.
trying to have it like come off as roll.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, just put it over there.
But
like,
sometimes you give direction, I'm like, I was already gonna do that anyway.
Well,
And
I ain't
sometimes that's what I
I'm
need.
teach you.
That's what I need to work on. That's what I need to work on. 'Cause
Did
I'm
you
be
see
like,
the video about this? This girl, this is what you were talking about. This girl, she was talking about how she was with her parents, but like a teenager or something, whatever. And so she was gonna do the courteous thing and take the trash out, but it was like rain outside or whatever. But she was still just gonna run take the trash out. So her dad, right when she was about to do it, her dad came and was like, "You need to go take the trash out and put it whatever." And she was like, "Now I feel like I don't want to do it
yeah,
because you telling me something that
yeah.
I was planning on doing after kindness of my word. So now I feel like you telling me so now.
You telling
my
me
heart
to-
not perfect. Because I don't
but
want to do it.
the thing is, when I do that, Daddy would be like, especially when I was younger, he would like, what if somebody in the workforce tell you what to do? And
Mhm.
I'm like, I never had that problem in the workforce because when somebody in the workforce tell me what to do, I do it. The problem when I be at home, like
Is that you
I-
was already gonna do it.
I was already gonna do it. And when I'm at work, I don't care. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting paid for my money. When I'm gonna sit here, I'm not gonna. I'm getting paid for my.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid whatever. I'm not gonna sit here arguing with my boss or what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here going to
You
public
do it
place.
or you not.
I'm either gonna do it or I'm not. And most of the time I'm gonna do it because I come here to do it. When I'm at home, he's just sitting here telling me what to do. I'm like, you're not my boss.
I don't really keep making so I heard you say that never rocket.
What's
What's
the
the
hard- I
hardest
did say
thing
that.
about our relationship? Me and Kaiser are engaged. It's because we have smart mouths and
We don't like to be told what to do.
I don't like to be told to do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the hardest thing in a relationship, though.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. You just
No,
tell me.
the opinion thing.
Oh, huh?
See,
No, like,
listen,
we different. Even though we was raised in the same household, we all have different outlook.
Mm.
Like, and sometimes they clash. That is
Mhm.
so true. I be smacking them. People don't know I beat my siblings.
I'm the person who stands back a lot. I like to watch to see what happens.
I don't stand back. I try to figure out what the word is going on.
I stand back and try to figure it out.
What is the? That's funny.
I don't go and start go in garage and then asking people a whole bunch of questions. I like to watch what
Go
you
in
do.
the garage.
Barrage. I don't go barrage and ask people
Oh,
questions.
barrage.
And I like to stand back and see how you act and how you react first. That's what I like to do. What about you, sister? What do you do?
That's what I thought about y'all when we was. I thought y'all was scary. I thought your video was scary. Like seeing you do stuff and to stand up for yourself. I was
I
just
stand up for
not
myself
like
now,
that.
but
I'm
my
like-
my nature,
What's wrong with you?
my nature in general is just to stand back and just. I can stand up for myself now, but it's just to stand back and just watch and see how people react. Because I always give people the benefit of the doubt and everything too.
You like see the good in people,
I do.
which is admirable, but sometimes annoying. Because sometimes me and Kiki be trying to go on a rant
And I'm
about
taking the
that,
fun.
and you be
I'm
taking
taking the
like
fun.
earlier just there, and we be trying to just get it all out because we siblings. It's like we say it's a strangers. And here comes Kaiser.
I be getting it out too because I want to take up for
Oh.
people.
Maybe her parents didn't pay attention to her.
But
her boyfriend.
probably.
No, the whole point about it is she's on fire. That's what we be trying to do. That's
Mhm.
what I said.
I just don't like when
Sometimes she
people-
want to get it out.
I don't like when people are viewed by their actions.
And people you only can view by their action.
I know, but then I be like, also while you being with somebody by their actions, give them some grace too. You know what I mean? Okay, next. We
Okay.
almost finished.
Is it my turn?
Doesn't matter. This is card.
What is the greatest lesson I taught you?
Ooh, okay. I like this stuff.
What is the
Yeah.
greatest lesson? Okay,
To stand up for myself more. Y'all
who
told me
taught you that? Me? Yeah, because I'm
Oh,
gangster.
I guess. KK stand up for the people, but she not gonna stand
Stand
up for herself.
Yep, that's so true. It's so true.
Dog baby, you're the same in that aspect a little bit, but you like
I don't think I ever really had to stand up for myself because
no.
people had disliked me and stuff. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Mhm.
I was too busy.
I know when people
Okay.
disliked me and stuff, but I just didn't feel like. See, because when I was younger,
I just didn't know me.
it was every day my friends had something to say about me.
Kaiser had bullies for friends.
That's why I'm trying to learn to like black men now.
That's why he's
Because
traumatized.
I'm very uncomfortable when I'm around black men, especially when I'm around a larger group of them,
just like
get-
around the same
I get
age with you,
around the same age as me.
or just like
So I get very uncomfortable, and that's how I'm like. And a lot of thing with men too, especially black men, they are so ego heavy. I'm just like I'm an emotional person and stuff. So I like to go into my emotions and stuff. But black men try to hide and stuff. I don't know, it must be the natural rebel within me.
Yes, you are rebellious.
Not in a bad way though, I don't think.
No, I didn't say it.
No, I was
You
just
think
saying,
that 'cause
no,
you said
I
it.
don't think that.
Oh, sure.
And I wear all colorful clothes and stuff, and I'm into like fashion and stuff.
But you have to realize that most black men are taught against.
I was taught against it, so I
Yeah.
already know. That's the thing. That's my experience. But I was.
You just happen to be rebellious.
I just have
Some
to
of
be
them
using the aspect.
and they just think, hey, this is how it's supposed to be.
And
I'm saying nothing's
I
wrong
used
with
to
that.
beat myself up about that. I'm like, why am I like this? Why can't I just be like all like the other black men or whatever? But then I realized all the other black men were unhappy too. So I said, if I'm gonna be unhappy, but I'm gonna have to choose. I could either be unhappy and pretend to be like them, or I can be unhappy and just not like myself, or I can just choose to like myself for who I am and choose to be happy about that instead of looking at how other people view me. So I just decided.
Which one of us taught you that lesson?
Which one? That's something I had to learn for myself.
You're so selfish.
It's so
Because
selfish.
they said, what is the greatest thing I taught you?
I already told you, help me gain more confidence.
Oh, you
What's the
welcome.
lesson that I taught you? NKK. What?
A lesson that you're currently teaching me, because I don't know nothing. You just was so dumb. Anywho, a lesson that you currently teaching me is to follow my dream.
Do I?
Huh?
How so? Wait.
Because I see you in your podcast.
You are so dramatic.
Oh, I see you. Well, it really started in college where you started doing the art on mitochondrial.
Mitochondrial E.
Yeah, I was
remember the
look at that. I
name.
said, yeah. Why would I forget it?
Mitochondrial E.
His art project.
That was what it was called.
Yeah.
Mitochondrial Eve / Melanin Coalition.
I remember that. Said my
2 names.
So that's what I started. You know what? I should just follow my dreams. If I have an idea, I should put it into fruition.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing your podcast, or I see you do your podcast, it's very inspirational.
Yeah.
KK? Oh, Lord, what lesson did she teach me? Let me think. She's so... It's important to build your credit. I learned that from KK.
Oh.
I have a great credit score. I learned that from KK. You should start off younger age. But KK was the one who taught me.
Can you tell that to Brandon? Because he think I don't know these things.
What? About credit? KK taught me the importance of building your credit
He'll learn eventually.
and like, why you need to build it.
Mhm.
Because I'm a little smart.
And stuff like that, and how to take care of
You're
your
quite
bills
smart.
and stuff.
Mhm.
It's like that. She taught me. Anything else she taught me?
What lesson did we teach you?
The both of y'all teach me everything keep going to. So that y'all can be better
Hallelujah.
than me.
Glory, Jesus. That I'm like,
That makes sense. Think about it.
I know, but you should.
Think about what I
Mhm.
just said.
Say-
Keep going. So eventually y'all can be better than me. I want y'all to be able to surpass me.
Yeah,
Understand it,
but
Lord.
what about your? That's the thing.
That's
See?
pressure.
No, I'm not pressured. But keep going so we can be better than you. I feel like it should be. Do we inspire you to be a better version of yourself?
Is that what you're
That's
saying?
That's what I'm
Say
asking.
what I said.
No,
what you
no,
said.
you said for us to be better
Be
than
better
you.
than you, surpass you, leave you in the back.
If
Like,
I go get my master's degree, that's it. Do y'all do this?
'Cause I
Yeah,
know
I'm just
it.
using this as an example.
So-
If I go get my master's degree, y'all should go get your doctorate. Not saying literally go do that, but I was just as an example. If I go get my doctorate, go get y'all PhD.
is that what come after doctorate?
I think so.
What comes after the PhD?
My question for you, sister, what is that you want to do?
That's no idea.
You have no idea. Maybe you should think about that.
I do very often.
But how do you think about it? What do you say when you trying to
You
figure out?
know, I'm so good at so many things. That's what I keep being told. Like at one point, I wanted to be a photographer. I was really good at it.
However,
Then it happened that somebody else in our family became a photographer. And they had went on and started doing more because at the time I was busy. Was working 2 jobs. I was prepared for a wedding. A lot of different stuff was going on in my life to where I couldn't do the photography thing. And I knew if I went back to the photography thing, even if that person wouldn't have said, we have people that's around us, family wise, I'd be like, oh, you're just trying to be like, actually, I taught such and such how to do it. But, so me being me, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Because I lost the passion for it because it was like, I already knew what was going to come along with it. Which is one of those things you don't let other people to tell you for what you want to do. Cool. But then when I think about it, then I really just want to Be a photographer, I just don't want to do it for fun. Because I'm the type of person, I'm a little lazy, okay? I don't want to have to be going all around the world to take pictures of you. Then you have to edit it. Then you call them like, you almost don't do that because you're going to get on my nerves. I like teaching. I really like teaching. But do I want to be a teacher forever? No. I really have a dream to want to be like one of they got like an outreach center. Like me and Brandon had that name. You know that name we've been thinking about for years and years and years. I want to put that into play. I don't know where to start. Not even not know where to start. It's like,
You don't know if you really want to do that?
I know I want to help people. That's what I don't like. If anybody asks me what deal, I just want to help people.
You just don't know how.
I don't know how I want to help people. And when them children come to me, even though they get on my everlasting, the nerve that's like all the way at the bottom, they reached that way and got on me. They had got on that way and they just standing there, they just own it. I still be wanting, I be helping because I want to. Because I want to see them be better and do better and just become, because some of them don't have the best life. So I want to see them get out of their environment and become something great and be something for somebody. Because they always like, oh, Miss McGee, I want to be like, I want to be married, have a child, be working and do this and be built like you. And then I'm in a mirror, man, look at my stomach a little bit. And they talk about they want to be built like this and I stand like this. I'm just saying. But that's just what, I don't know what we're talking about.
It just acts so weird when the spotlight is on you.
I don't like being in the spotlight. I told y'all at the beginning, I don't like when people ask me questions. Because I be like this.
Is it because there's things about yourself that you won't look at, that you feel that you might not be good enough, and instead of admitting that you don't feel good enough, you just keep it to yourself?
In my brain, there's a lot of stuff. It's working. This is what I think. Y'all ready? It's gonna get real.
Get real on the microphone.
Real.
I hope it catches everything she says, because I don't know if it's catching.
For some reason, it never catches me.
It's because you don't be near the microphone, like sitting.
Oh, you sure can. So, my story is, there's things, my brain, I'm really smart. Book smart and street smart. I really am. But there's things that have happened to me in life that has made me, when people ask certain things, maybe it was like if I wanted to talk about something or do something, somebody had a response that was negative to me. We said that, so now my brain blocked it.
Yep.
And so a lot of times, like even early when I was like, y'all ask me these questions, I would say I don't know. It's not necessary. I don't want to say I don't know, but my brain is blocked off from it.
So it's like
I can't say anything else because I cannot
process.
Like in my mind, it might be like trying to come out like movies where you dig, they digging, and you're trying to, but the dirt still be falling, and they never really get out. That's my brain.
I feel you.
Because there's so much stuff that happened. Like when I was little, I want to sing. Everybody say, "Oh, I was sing," and sing in church. And you push me, I'm singing, then I sing, and then all she want to do is take over. But don't y'all make me get up there and do it. So now in life, at 29 years old, I don't want to sing. Or when I do really want to sing, is I'm like really trying to give my all to God. I can't because in my mind is just like them people was talking about me and trying to make me be more than what I was. And I really just was trying to do this for God, and I can't. And I'm really, really trying to get back, but it's really hard, and nobody understanding. Like, oh, you just need to give yourself to God. Do it. You know, I am. I'm trying.
And everybody gives themselves to God different ways.
Yes. I'm not one of them singers that's going to do all this, hold my head back. Because in my mind, I'm like, I got to watch the musician and see what he going to, because he always doing different stuff. And I have to see what he doing. But it's like, nobody said, but if I say that, then I'm wrong.
You say that to your
going
therapist?
against, no, me and my therapist probably ain't never did deep.
I need to get deep.
I don't.
How long have you had your
been
therapist?
Since I was pregnant.
You need to write this stuff down so you can remember.
Because a lot of times I don't like to talk about stuff. I just.
That's
how
the point.
you
That's the
get
point of
better?
therapy, so you can have a non-judgmental person.
You need to
that's-
break free from your
You can't-
bondage.
that's
Break
true.
free from your bondage.
You can't like confront this stuff until you actually confront it and say it to the
That's
people that
true.
can help.
You would just say that.
And-
Talking about you gotta admit something in order for it to get fixed. What we all do,
What?
All three of us will tell you or we'll say the advice,
But not follow.
but don't follow it. I've noticed that. Because I do it too. I'll be telling you. I could tell you right now how to fix your life.
Y'all, what is it?
I'll go. But guess what? I can tell you that. And really, I need to be taking that advice for myself, but I don't take it.
Come to me and ask something, and I'm gonna give you the best advice. I give
Ever.
you biblical. I give you scripture. I do all of that. And then it'd be me, and I'd be like this. If you don't get up out my face, I ain't trying to deal with this, no. Type of stuff.
Once I did my therapy, once I got into it, and we all do this, I just started telling them all this stuff. Because I feel like,
Just clean up.
no, it don't just come out. I had to
Oh, I
force
thought that's
myself.
what you
I had to
meant.
force myself to, when I feel like I was ready, but to say stuff. That stuff I told my therapist that I don't even know nothing.
In my
Okay, we don't
therapy
even know about
session,
I don't know
Oh,
nothing
she
in
about
said
my
I.
therapy session, we talk about stuff. But once again, I be doing that. I don't know. And I don't
Yes,
mean
I
to
do that too,
that.
though.
I
That's
don't
true.
I don't mean to.
I don't have a
And then
therapist, though.
Brandon gets mad at me because you always say what you don't know. You do though. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Have you
It's
tried
like,
telling that to your therapist?
No.
it's like
Yeah,
you
I never, I'm
know.
saying we never got to, like, when I talked about therapists, it be like stuff that might have been going on at the time. And like that, I hadn't talked to her in a couple months. But it be stuff that's going on at the time that gets overwhelming and talk about that type of stuff. So I could talk about that.
Because
But if we have to do something deep, I'm going to be like, I don't know.
No, I'm saying ask her about the I don't know.
Because
Tell
I
her
do
that you
that
do
too.
that.
You ask me a question, it's like real deep. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But it's like, it almost gets like a, not a trigger response, but it's just like a
Boomerang.
You
Then it
do
is.
know,
Then
and
it
then-
is a trauma response.
it says like, I do know, but it's like my brain not letting me think that I know that. It's just,
And for me, that causes a lot of issues.
mhm.
Yeah, work when my friend's not there anymore. When we'll be having deep conversation, and they be like, McGee, what you think about this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's almost like you trying to give your, like they want your opinion because they know. Okay, so most people know I might have an opinion about something or like some kind of advice to make things better or something or help out. And they ask me because so many people, if you ask my opinion and then you shut me down,
Yeah.
Yeah, it make you
it
feel
makes
like,
now I just be like, I don't
don't
know.
know.
Even if while you talking, I'm thinking about what you're saying. I'm like, oh, that's smart. Then you say McGee, and then it just go away because I'm not gonna give you my answer. That's what I'm thinking. Like I want to give it to you. I'm held hostage in my own body, in my own
Mhm.
mind.
you can't just
I
let it
can't
out.
let out what I want because I want to help. I want to give you what you're asking. But because of the fact that so many times people been throwing me in a corner or treating me a certain way, I'm not gonna give it to you. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just like I physically can't. That happens in every aspect of my life, whether it's parents, whether it's siblings, whether it's spouse, but the only thing that bothers me about it is I don't want my child to grow up like this.
Yeah.
I really don't
And
want him.
sometimes you
I
gotta
really
respect.
don't.
You have
I'd
to let
rather
yourself
him be
in.
like,
Mhm.
because Brandon Hill, he expresses himself.
That's true.
The way he might do it all the time is not right.
Yeah.
But but he's able to. So I'd rather Liam be able to see, because me, I'm trying, but it's not. And I don't want that to be nothing that affects him or he see that and then he end up like, because I would
Growing up
never
like
want
that.
him to be like me. Or if we ever have any other children, I don't want them to grow up like that. So it's just,
I wouldn't want that either. If I had kids, I wouldn't want them to feel like.
and it's a lot of stuff about me. I don't want Liam to know in my mind, like I battle in my mind, like I don't be feeling like how people see me and stuff. So that's why I let him watch the affirmation stuff, and I have him with his books. Like he have a book like I'm a king, or I'm just like dad, or I can be anything. Like he have those books. I let him have, and it's not that our parents didn't tell us those types of things because they did. But once again, it's stuff that happened to me as a child. It's just sorry, can't, don't, will not. Yep, and it's just what it is.
It doesn't have to be that way. 'Cause
Yeah, I know it don't have to be that, but
I think
it's just hard it's really
It's
hard
hard.
to get out of that mindset.
But the thing is, it's hard to get out the mindset, but it's hard to stay in the mindset.
Yeah.
So
So you
most
have
of the
to
time, I
choose.
block it out.
Yeah. I feel like the only, and this might just be me, but the only way that Liam is gonna overcome those feelings and those thoughts when you are able to overcome those feelings and thoughts, because once the point he gets old, you may not realize it, but you might start projecting on him certain thoughts and feelings that you may know it. So the only way for you to help other people to get better is for you to get better for yourself. That's why I keep pushing that and keep saying that, because all three of us have gone through some really similar experiences. But the only thing I realized is that really got me, because I feel like when I was younger, like for the longest time, I didn't even realize like I was like just like really depressed about a whole bunch of stuff. When I was a child, up until like last year, and it just all just came to a head of it. and just like certain things that was happening in my life and stuff like that, and my emotion. And I got to the point to where I wanted to do better. But I feel like at a certain point we don't realize that we want to keep being stuff for other people, and we want people not to feel specific ways. But until we recognize our feelings and stop, and I understand it's hard because we block out a lot of things. But until we start to understand those feelings for ourselves and push forward for ourselves, we won't be able to help other people. We just won't. And no matter how much, and we can help people as much as we can, but you won't have much to give if you can't give to yourself and give yourself the space to really feel those thoughts and emotions. That's why I'm always like an advocate for journaling and stuff too. You have to write that stuff down. And when
I used to write my stuff that burn, but then I stopped.
I don't even burn it. I keep my.
Like I said, I'm burn.
Oh, that's what you
They
do.
help some people. For me, I keep all my thoughts and I keep my journals because when I go back and look at it, it shows how much I've grown as a person. Because I really didn't like myself and I really didn't think I was worth it or valuable. But I had to realize if I'm gonna help other people feel like they're worth it, valuable, I think that I'm worth it, valuable. And I can't keep having these thoughts in my head because at the end of the day, they're not servicing anyone, especially not me. And if they're not gonna service me, they're not gonna service you. So I can tell you all day how wonderful and beautiful you are. But if I don't believe that I'm wonderful or beautiful, you're not gonna believe what I'm telling you. Because you can see within me that I don't believe that I'm beautiful. So how do you expect me to believe that you're beautiful?
Yeah.
Because you're not
That's
gonna
true.
believe it.
You're not. You're right. You'd be like, yeah, okay. You don't even think that about yourself. And that'd be some people response. You don't think that about yourself, so why would I believe you? It's almost like you be lying to yourself, or not even lie to yourself, but you may not like nothing about yourself, but you'll tell someone else something that you like about them. But it's like because they know that you don't like something about yourself, they're not gonna believe what you say you like about them.
Or they'll take it the wrong way or whatever. And you mean it out the most genuine place out of your heart.
It's
But
okay, like
yeah,
leave like that.
yeah, but just because you mean it doesn't mean it doesn't come that way. We're too busy trying to please other people. We're too busy trying to keep these thoughts in our heads. We're too busy trying to like really just
Cause
show
it's
'em,
almost
show
like
out.
it just seems like sometimes expressing yourself or having like feelings or certain emotions that's different towards someone else's emotions about a certain situation is wrong. That's how I feel. Sometimes it's just I have feelings portray this and you have feelings that portray that. But it's almost natural for me to go with your feeling because I don't want to feel like my feelings. I feel like you're gonna make me feel like my feelings are wrong. So that's one of the things I deal with. Like, and that's why I can say the same thing. I do have a hard time expressing myself because sometimes, like even like it even was like small things. Like even in school, and people be like, "Oh, tell me about yourself. Oh, tell me about yourself. Tell me what to do."
Tell me your favorite food.
Yeah, like, I couldn't tell you because I'm like, or for a while, I just stuck with the same things because it's like I didn't know I didn't know how to express myself. Or I couldn't tell you, oh, this is my favorite thing to do, or this is. And so as I got older, and like even you said it, like, oh, Dr. have a hard time explaining herself. I do because it's like I be feeling like I'm gonna get rejected so bad that I would rather just not say how I feel because it's like I don't want to deal with rejection. Because then I'm gonna start feeling guilty about what I'm saying. And it's not necessarily it don't necessarily be nothing bad all the time. Or it don't necessarily be something bad. But like I feel like this, and if you saying that's wrong or you shouldn't express yourself, or sometimes you need to listen and stop talking so much, blah, blah, blah. That's gonna make me go like this. Okay, shut down.
So why do we fear rejection? Why do you think we fear rejection? What's so scary about being rejected?
I guess it's just the scary thing for me is just feeling if you reject me, like you're gonna shun me away from you. Or I have this thing where if I feel like I'm gonna be rejected, I'm gonna leave. Or I'm gonna fall back. And I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that type of person that's just, oh, I'm gonna fall back. Cause even though some people think it's admirable for me to be able to stop talking to you or act like I never knew you, it's not that I want to be like that.
Oh, that's
It's
hard,
just
though. Yeah, if I stop talking, that's just me personally. If I stop talking to somebody, that bothers me. Especially if I consider you, and then something happened and I have to stop talking to you, that bothers me.
yeah.
Like I'm actually dealing with that right now. Like it bothers me every day because it's okay. The reason we stopped talking necessarily wasn't my fault.
Katie.
It wasn't necessarily my fault. It wasn't necessarily your fault. But when things were trying to be talked about, you made me the bad person okay, that's how you feel. I'm
I'ma
not gonna
follow
negate your how you feel. It's gonna be like that, and I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna have a relationship with you. You might get a happy birthday, Merry Christmas type of thing, but then it's no conversation because the thing is when people, I ain't gonna cut you off, though. I was
No, it's
agreeing with you.
fine. Yeah.
When people are going through a situation, people don't understand, especially if you always that strong friend, that strong person, and when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, and then you let people in over there to see a place that you not gonna see, because y'all might see me, if I'm vulnerable. So, because sometimes with y'all, I just be like, I'm straight. Like, it's not something I want to project because I'm not the type of person. I don't want sympathy. I don't want none of that. So, if it do happen outside with friends, if I allow it to happen, I'm the type of person, if something going on with me, I say to myself, I don't want to go out, do stuff with you because I already know I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to mess up your relationship. At the end of the day, I'm still thinking about you, even though I'm going through my situation. But when you take it as, if I'm just throwing you away, oh, you don't talk to me like you used to, and I was there for you when you needed me, and now you're not here for me, type of thing. It's, what are you saying? So you making me the bad person when I didn't do anything. I had my moment. I was going through my moment. You didn't allow me to go through my moment, and then you want to, even though I was getting beat up by my moment, you want to beat me up some more on top of.
Do you think it's actually them wanting to beat you up for the moment, or do you think it's actually them also going through a trauma response themselves?
I think that's them being selfish because I feel like I'm just saying, I think that's being selfish because you always would, this person always be there for you, and the one time that they having an issue, you can't understand that. You don't allow them to go through, but when you go, you want that person there all the time. Yeah. You want to cry on that person's shoulder. You want that person to do this for you, do that for you. But when they having that moment, they don't even need you to do nothing. They just like, I need this moment just to myself. Then it's an issue. And it's like, where did it come from? Okay,
So
I
it
can't
comes
be
from
human.
somewhere. That's the thing.
No, I mean, I'm saying it comes from
No, I'm
something, but
saying that's
just
the
saying
question.
That's just I feel like you, at the same time, even if you're doing it, like you said, it's something traumatic, I still feel like it's selfish because at the end of the day, when are you going to realize that everything not about you? The people are in the world, they have other issues going on. They have stuff like that's overbearing. And I really take that serious when they like, you need to check on your strong friends because your strong friends not only bearing their stuff, but they bearing yours too. Because they got to be that friend for you.
So in places like that, where you are the strong friend, or you feel somebody that's a strong friend, or you feel like you carrying a lot, how do you communicate that to other people?
I don't.
Okay, see.
And that's why I had to learn, because I feel like for a long time I was the strong friend in my friend group. For one, I feel like I was the strong friend, the most like friend that they would depend on the most, and then I was like the outcast because everybody else had things in common. They all did like certain things that I didn't do, or I didn't like to do. And it was almost judged for it because it's
You
like,
think you better
you
than
don't-
us.
Yeah, it was always something like that. It's not necessarily, I think I'm better than you. I just don't do those type of things. Or if they needed me, they always call me. Or if they needed something, it was always, we could go to Carrington. If you need, like, growing up in school, even in class, like, if we had to take a standardized test, they would always ask me to pray. I'm like,
Same.
what? Like, you saying because I'm the pastor's daughter, you think I have a closer connection to God than you
That's
do?
the thing. They think,
But
they
it's
think
like,
you the joke underdog, but you the serious one.
yeah, like,
You like,
it's just
oh, you the pastor's daughter, but we know as the
but
pastor's
we know,
daughter,
like,
you don't come through.
and so stuff like that, like, even though it was small, minor stuff, like, it made me grow up thinking, like, oh, you have to depend on me. And then, like KK said, or like you said, sometimes it's a trauma response. But what KK was saying was like,
Most of the time, it's
it's a trauma
always.
response, but sometimes people can't see that. If we in something heated and you having a response dealing with or based off your trauma, sometimes I may not be able to see that. Like, I'm attacking, I feel like you attacking, and then it's never no
never no resolution. So how do you feel now that you
now that I know that?
now that you know that, how do you feel that you can change that? Because we can communicate all day about how we have these responses. What can we do today to change
Well,
that?
my thing is now, the people I consider my friends now, I'll say 3 dudes I consider that's my guy friends.
I don't
And
care
then I have, I'm saying, because I worked with them when
I know
we
what you're
actually
saying.
built the
Now that I
relationship.
think about it.
And I consider them like my big, because I'm the oldest of y'all. I don't have older siblings. So them three, I consider them as my big brother. And as my female friends, I have my sister that I always say that's my number one best friend. And then I have my cousin, Lena, that I always say is my best friend. And then besides those people I consider friends, I have my husband, and then, you know, your parents did. I have Kaiser. But
I only have 2 friends.
I'm saying,
I'm
I have,
them.
other than that, my thing now, I don't need no more friends. I'm not
No,
trying to
but
have no friends, so I don't have those
that's
issues.
not.
That's my shutdown.
Yeah,
method,
no,
what I'm
that's
saying.
not what I'm. How do you communicate your feelings now, in order to keep relationships? Because at the end of the day, it can happen with any.
Oh, I
It doesn't
tell
matter
them
how
up
close
front.
with you. You tell
I
them up
tell them
front.
up front.
So
I
if you were to create a new friendship with somebody, whether it be male or female, would you take those tactics, or would you still shut down? If you know somebody might be having a response, when somebody has a response, you always have to remember about you. Will you shut down, or will you
I don't shut
communicate?
down.
with
I
them?
don't shut down now. I think now I don't shut down. I might take a little break
Do
and
you?
give you your time so that the situation is not heated when we do talk about it, so that I can express myself and you can express yourself, and then we can come to the common ground and say, this is what it. Because like I said, I used to just be like, yeah, it's the.
So how do you
Oh my God.
communicate that though? Do you tell
I
them that I'm
say,
gonna
okay,
take a break?
well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
take it.
talk to you later. Figure it out later.
Okay.
And too, but it's how you say it too.
That's
I
it.
had to learn like it wasn't necessarily. I'm still learning this. It's not necessarily what I say. It's
It's
how
how
I
you
say
say
it.
it. That's just like what Daddy
And
say
it's
all the
like
time, saying something at the right thing at the wrong time.
yeah,
It's just like saying the wrong
wrong
thing.
thing. That's so true because say for instance, if me and Traylon, if he like Traylon is like a mirror of me. Like he shows you what's wrong with me. And it's not like a bad thing, but that's how like the relationship, like that's what it's grown to. So like in the beginning, when we would have conversations, a lot of times it would be like deep conversations, but he started realizing, oh, Carrington, why do you always say, I don't know? Or if I ask you about this about yourself, why you have such a hard time explaining? Because you can ask me all the time, how your day going? I'm like, good.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
fine.
But if you start asking me like,
questions about
questions
how
how
it's
like
going.
Questions
one
about
the one of the questions, the first question I think he had me silent on was one day he texted me talking about how are you doing mentally. And I was like, what the? I had like when I tell you I held the phone, I just was sitting there looking like I said mentally. And of course I'm gonna laugh it off because I'm like, what? That's not because nobody
Nobody
asks
asked you
stuff like that. They really don't. And so I was just like, man, like that made me like really look at myself like, how am I doing mentally? At the time, I mean, I was overwhelmed because my whole school schedule changed, my job schedule changed, and it was just like I was feeling like I was so committed to those 2 things that I ain't really have no time for myself. And so I'm like, okay, I'm doing like this and that, and slowly, still to this day, and I still have a hard time explaining myself. Like sometimes I'll be like, "Can ask me?" And it's like, and I like I have to think about it, or I get real quiet. And some people like take that as a response of I'm ignoring. I'm not ignoring you, but I'm really trying to figure out.
But then gotta go
See,
with
now
people need to
that-
know you.
Yeah,
They have
if you don't know
But
me,
that's
then you
also where
wouldn't know.
communication comes in. If somebody, if you don't know how to answer, what do you think you should do? That's what I want to ask you. Do you sit back and not say anything? If you're overwhelmed, do you say, "I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, and I need to process this. Can I take some time? I need to take some time."
Sometimes I just
Right.
be
Yeah,
silent.
me, I don't do
Mhm.
that because I feel like I'm
I'm like-
talking too much. I'm already
Sometimes I just be
aggravated.
silent.
I'm
But-
saying I'm already aggravated. And so to not aggravate myself, I'm just gonna be quiet.
Yeah, but has that worked out for you?
It sure wouldn't work out for me because I can't stand people tell me I'm talking too much.
And it's not. No, I'm not saying
That's not
tell
what she's
them.
saying.
I'm not saying telling them they talk too much. I'm saying me. Like I'm
Yeah.
like it's too much talking. I'm like done talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, that's the thing I'm saying. When you are done talking and when you are overwhelmed, I'm asking instead of not saying anything.
Well,
have
no,
you
it
tried-
don't work. It don't work all the time because
Yeah.
pretty soon, like most of the time, depending on the conversation,
Yeah.
take a minute for my aggravation.
To go away.
And sometimes I'm real aggravated because me personally, I take a lot. And Brandon always tell me that I take a lot, and it just be piling up, and then eventually I blow up and I let it all out, which I might be rightful for doing because you might have treated me a certain
You're
type of
blowing
way,
up, yeah.
and I
yeah.
took it so long, but it's not. You don't just do it all like that. That's why you're supposed to. If something happens, discuss it right there. Right with, but I don't. It's hard to kind of. It's
No.
hard to break that
Mhm.
cycle. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should do an exercise of how to do this. Okay.
Oh, gee.
No,
like
not
my baby.
no.
I'm just
We're
kidding.
about to finish. This
fine.
is my challenge for you guys to do. Okay. What I want you to do is when you feel overwhelmed by something, if you feel like you're giving too much, if you feel like no, take a deep breath. But I want you to try to communicate that to the other person. I'm not saying communicate those feelings. This is happening, blah, 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 giving the whole paragraph. I'm saying if you feel overwhelmed, tell the person, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Can we get back to this later?
That's what my therapist said. My other therapist said, if you're having a deep conversation and it starts to get hot, you're like popcorn. And then you
Popcorn.
take a
Yes. See, that's the thing.
popcorn.
Listen,
Something.
listen,
Back
this
to
is the
left.
exercise. That's the point. But what you should do, if you get like really heated in the conversation, say you're getting really angry, say you need to take a step back, you come back into the conversation. That's when you have a word between you and the other person, whatever that word is. Popcorn, butt crack.
Butt crack. Go.
Make people laugh. Same thing. If they're arguing. Me and Kiki had a really heated conversation. I'm like, I can't.
Your hair is messed up.
Yeah. My hair's messed up?
No.
Oh.
No, she
Oh, okay.
was a little worse.
I'd
That
say
was one today.
I need 20 minutes. I'm going to come back in 20 minutes to decompress because I just came back from a long day of work. I'm aggravated. And we're about to argue. I need 20 minutes to decompress. I'm going to go into this room, and after 20 minutes, I'm going to come back downstairs. And we're arguing for a long time. When I come back downstairs, the first thing I do is not come back and start to argue with you. I come back and say, Puka, right? And we had you, and when I say Puka, what do you do?
Look at you.
Look.
I'm gonna look at you.
Say
What?
you say it back to me,
Puka.
and you raise up your
Oh,
hand.
we knew already.
We
That's
knew
gonna be
that's our
okay.
safe word. So let me
That's
try it.
Yeah, to say
Okay.
that.
So I'm a Puka. Say it back.
Puka.
But no, you have to put your energy into it because when you're not
I
putting
don't
it,
want to put too much energy.
you have to put the same amount. Okay, you have to put the same amount of energy into it when you're doing that because if you don't, then you're automatically setting yourself up to be annoyed again.
Yeah.
When you put in the same energy as the person who's trying to resolve the issue, and I'm not talking about when things get heated. If somebody yell at you, do not yell back. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's
Well,
me. Oh, you yelling?
do not
No,
yell back.
it's me. And then I come back. If somebody
Yeah, don't do that.
yell at me, I'm gonna tell you what I do.
Why you yelling?
Yeah, see, don't do that
But
too.
that make them
That
upset. But
makes
I
them
be
upset
like,
more.
I be trying to figure it out. Why are you yelling at me? Like,
See, instead of
and
saying
it's
why,
gonna make me
instead of
upset.
saying why are you yelling, you say,
You lower your tone.
yeah, oh, don't do that. See, there's one thing that's accusatory, and it sounds like you make it. This is gonna make them more upset because you
My
telling
ears
them
are
what to do
sensitive.
when they already know. Don't listen to them. I feel sad or I feel attacked when you.
Yeah.
The
When you yell too
same
loud.
counselor?
Oh.
I listen to a
Counselor?
lot of counseling.
Yes. Oh, I couldn't say.
I told you I've been improving over the years. Have you not?
I didn't know you was in therapy though. Oh, he only told me I'm special. That's
I
not
told
fair. You
Mama
always tell though.
I
Mama,
had to stop
together.
because I can't afford it.
Mama told me that Mama told me I was the one that needed to go to counseling. And I went.
We all need-
Black people got this stigma. That,
Have that word and use I statements. So
Puka.
I'm gonna give you other exercises. Give you two
Okay.
exercises. When you're overwhelmed, I need you to communicate that with people that they're overwhelmed. Okay.
Yes,
So,
I've been
I
told
feel-
that lately at work.
Have you
at
been-
home.
Have you been trying it?
Yes, because when I had blew up on my supervisor, that's when all my coworkers was like, "You gotta
yeah,
tell
that's
us where you are."
Mhm.
'Cause she had first off she had yelled at me,
They don't like that.
and then she lied on me.
Please don't do that.
That's what everybody who know me. No, don't you ever lie on
Don't
me.
lie on me, baby. Because you a whole lot.
I bring it. I
And
bring
don't
it up
yell
at that
at
moment now. I'm like, don't do it because
So-
we're not gonna have the point where
Yeah,
I'm gonna blow
because
up
she
at you.
had
I'm gonna
she
tell you
had
right
did
now.
that, and then she had went and told the
That's
people
the
that
good
I
thing.
had yelled at her. And I had a class full of kids. What I look like yelling at you? You got a class full of kids. No, ma'am. You're lying. And then everybody already was like, she don't yell at people. Thank you. This how you know. That's how I'm saying my character. So it's so you
Oh,
sit there
this is
like, and
great
then
though.
you was
It
my
is for most
teacher
part.
at one point in time, and you gonna sit there do it. But anyway, so I was like, when you overwhelmed, you need to come talk to. Let us know we are here to help you. And I'm like, I don't like to bother y'all because y'all already
But-
busy.
That's the point. It's the thing is you have to remember that other people's feelings are not your responsibility. As somebody that's your supervisor or ahead of you, if you say or if you need a little less work or whatever. Now,
wish I could get a little less.
What I mean is, because I don't want to be like just throw all your work on other people, but you have to. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling that you're doing too much, we say find a balance, but we never teach people how to find a balance. So that's one thing I have to put in order to.
His hands together. I know, and I swallow this.
You have to. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, just say I'm feeling overwhelmed. Tell them why you feel overwhelmed, and then tell them what you need. You have to tell them what you need.
But what if you don't know why you feel overwhelmed?
Then
Like,
say,
what if it's
just
overwhelmed?
I don't really know why.
But I need
that you have to
about
communicate
I
that.
need about 15 minutes.
If you don't know why you're overwhelmed, communicate why you don't. That was perfect. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
I know.
I don't know
I'm good at
why.
this.
I need 15 minutes, but you need to put that in practice in your life.
I
That's my
did.
test for
I
y'all.
definitely practice.
Like actual practice.
That's what I'm saying.
Next time Traylon asks you something and you don't know what to say, and you feel overwhelmed and you don't know what the answer is, say, I don't know why. Maybe I need to look into that. Okay? Or I feel overwhelmed because I feel like I am having too much work put upon me.
Too much on my plate.
Too much on my plate. Would you mind helping me with this task or that task, or taking some of this off of my shoulders?
Yeah, you should be a therapist.
That's what my therapist told me.
Maybe that'll be a part of your life one day.
Yeah. And can I decorate your office?
Kick a head.
All right. I like the
When I'm in my movie, I'll also be a therapist.
movie.
I'm gonna have an HBO show, right?
What?
Yeah.
Be on HBO, not late night, right?
What?
Oh, it does
What's
show.
late
Those are
night
talk shows on
HBO?
HBO. The scripted HBO show.
Am I gonna be? Who's playing me? Beyonce? Cause she don't
It's
know how to
literally
act.
about
I think she's pretty.
my
She a
HBO.
little bit
My
of an
HBO.
act like me.
My HBO show is going to be about a guy who moves. I'm not gonna tell you, but but it's gonna be about a guy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
So,
gonna be about
oh, we
friendship
got in
and
there.
change friendship. You can be guest stars and stuff if you
No, I
want to be
want to have
a
a
regular,
character about
character.
me.
Sure.
I don't know if I want to.
Who should play me?
Then you don't have to.
Haley Bailey. Her.
Nobody's
mermaid.
playing
My
you.
name is Hallie.
But yeah.
She.
But so that's the exercise. And the second exercise I want you to do is to practice your I statement.
I am
Hungry.
wonderful.
Oh. I thought I was
So
gonna finish.
I have a worksheet for I statements.
Worksheets.
I'm gonna send these worksheets to you, and I want you guys to practice these worksheets. I want you to do 3 I statements every day.
You even guinea pig.
Okay?
You start the counseling.
We even guinea.
These are I statements. I feel when,
Mhm.
because, and then you express your need.
I feel
Wait,
when
let
because
me give you an
I
example.
feel what?
That's what you said. I feel, you say what you
Oh,
feel.
blank. Okay.
When you say the action that they've done or something, because you tell them why you feel that way. My needs, you tell them what your needs are. Okay, so let me help you with it. Let me give you an example. I feel angry when you don't pick up your clothes off the floor because it makes me feel like my space isn't as appreciated when I'm in a room.
Okay.
Okay, let me do 2 more.
Do with my
because
needs.
Do one about.
all of that was me expressing my needs.
Oh,
again.
okay.
Quit do one about not
I
in the
know.
trash bag in the trash can.
Okay, what do you feel when somebody doesn't put the
I hate it.
She
Why do
feel
you-
angry.
When you take the trash out of the trash can, don't put a trash bag back. That's annoying.
It's like
Why?
Food, when you're
So
sitting
you
down
can
at the
take
table
more
and you're
the
2
trash.
steps away from the
Ah.
trash can and don't put the trash in
I
the
got
trash can, you leave it there for me to
I
pick
got
it up.
I got it.
I feel aggravated when you don't put the trash in the trash
But it's
can.
also how you say it.
because
Yeah, don't
It makes
rub
me
it in.
feel like you think I'm your maid.
Yes,
There you-
but don't say it like
Don't
that.
do it like this, because they're going to think you a
So, yeah.
second now. You don't want to do that. I
So-
do use my hands a lot.
I
sound
do
like
too.
that.
Don't use your
This
hands.
I
That
just
sound
have a
like
problem.
So, yeah.
I
because I
So,
do this.
I feel aggravated when you don't put the trash back in the trash because it makes me feel like I'm a maid.
You are not a
I
child.
would no, don't say that.
I'm just saying this in my head.
Then
I would appreciate it if next time you put the trash bag in the trash can.
Yeah. He's saying thank you.
Thank you.
That's a magic.
Does that sound like it will sound good? No, I
Mhm.
mean that you could say that. And let's do one more I statement. Give me something to say. What do you feel aggravated about or sad about or any feeling about something? Give me a situation.
I feel aggravated when people tell me what to do or try to.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I always feel like that my whole life.
Me too. I don't like when people
Let me
tell me
think.
what to do.
I wonder why I do that though.
I
Like you in
feel
charge of me or something.
Yeah. Like you, I used to tell y'all that all the time. You're not the boss of me. I don't like when people tell me what to do because if you tell me what to do,
I'm not gonna do it.
I feel like I have to do it. I don't like that.
You so country.
I'm just saying, I don't.
I feel
And I ain't trying to cut you off, but not like I have to do. You know how you have the text where you like all I do is it's different because I'm saying what I have to do, but don't tell me.
But don't keep repeating it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, like
get
don't
that
keep
part.
repeating it. Like
I feel aggravated
Jeez,
when you tell.
going through.
I feel aggravated when you tell me when to do that because it makes me feel that you think I'm incapable.
Yeah, that's what it is. Man, you're good at
this
thinking I'm
household.
incapable. Well, whole time, let me tell you what I've been doing. Capability. I am more than capable. That's why people be leaning on me so much.
I need to, and then what's your need then?
I
To-
need
to-
to be able to feel more, maybe independent or
Perfect.
yeah,
Write that down
independent. I'm gonna write down on Kaiser.
in your
My
phone.
imaginary.
That's a good. I statement to
notepad.
practice. Write that in your phone.
How am I gonna write it? Do you mean put it in my note?
Put it in your notes.
Because that's not what you
But
said.
that's what I want y'all to do. So, audience, I have 2 tasks for you today.
What I say, Kaiser?
Audience, see, this got into a weird therapy session.
You the one who's trying to therapize
I
people.
love therapy, but I like healthy relationships. That's what I want you to do today, audience. State when you feel overwhelmed. You may not know what makes you feel overwhelmed, but when you are overwhelmed, instead of yelling at somebody, instead of getting too aggravated, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to realize that that you're only in a moment, and then I want you to express that you're feeling overwhelmed and that you need to walk away, even if it's in a text message. I'm feeling overwhelmed and I need a moment to myself. Don't blame somebody. But when somebody overwhelms you, state why you feel overwhelmed, because a lot of times people think it's about them. I've had somebody tell me that they felt overwhelmed, and then I started feeling guilty about it because I was like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
But that's almost like the natural response.
That is the natural
And
response.
it's not necessarily
so
they
s-
feel overwhelmed
yeah.
by you.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean-
stating it to them that you feel overwhelmed about a specific situation or whatever, or that you just need to just saying that you need to take a break. Because there was one person, they told me they were overwhelmed, right? But they told me that they were overwhelmed like a week or so after they didn't answer my text. And so that whole time, it made me feel like I said something wrong.
Yeah.
And so when they came back and they told me that they felt overwhelmed, then I was like, just say what you have to say. What did I do or whatever?
Yeah. You could just like
'Cause
it built up.
It built up. And so what you have to do is express when you feel overwhelmed and say when you need to walk away. And also just don't hold it in. The reason why you tell people you're overwhelmed in a moment is because it helps them to realize that it is not their fault. It's not them. And if it is them, you can express that to them at that moment, and then
The
so
issue could be resolved.
they won't be feeling like they have to guess. You don't need to leave people guessing
That's why
because
you don't
people
go for
can't.
people.
Yes, because people cannot read your mind. And the
What you-
second thing is I statements. It's the second practice I want you to do. I feel blank when blank because blank, and
Not
then
me.
state your needs. Now this is an example, so you all can write. So you can also write this now.
Did you not just give us one?
No, I'm giving this one to. I feel annoyed when you keep checking on if I've done my homework because it tells me you don't trust me. I need to be able to prove that I can do it on my own.
Amen.
Now that's a
That's a good one.
good statement. And we talked too long.
We're
So
back in the day. My mom was my homework from.
thank y'all for joining me on today's podcast because we talked forever.
Thank you for having us.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. This is a really great game.
It's a great game. We should play more when we're not on the podcast. We can actually get some conversation. But thank you for joining me on the episode. This is not the last episode y'all on because next week we're not talking. We are talking, but it's the high score high episode. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So thank you for joining us. I want you to tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Thanks everyone for listening to the I'm a Fan of podcast.
Don't forget to support us by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and supporting our socials at IAFO Fans on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Plus, our email, iafofans@gmail.com. You can use all these to send questions, suggestions, and even apply to be a guest.
Oh, hey, Mr. Profession.
I know.
And if you didn't catch all of that, it'll be in the show notes.
Next episode will be the scripted special High School High. I hope you're ready, guys.
Until then, we'll say
Buy the Endgame on theskindeep.com. This is not a paid promotion, but you know it can be if they want it to be. You guys know where to contact me. Bye. See ya.
Or hear ya.
Or type ya.
Oh, so now you're the one typing?
Okay, look, wait. It sounds better coming from me, so
It
you don't
does
need to
not
do all
sound
that.
better
Wait, you
coming
don't need
from
to
you.
talk about it.
Yes, I
Yep.
do.
No,
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Soon.